The Wondering Dutchmen podcast.
Where none of us are Dutch, but we all live in Holland. Join us where we talk about what we all wonder about. This is the Wondering Dutchmen podcast coming to you from Smoker's Lounge.
Yeah!
Welcome back.
Here we go.
Hey, post-Christmas, back on the old blow torches like the industry experts say.
Ooh,
That's right.
We're here.
what a dandy.
You're listening to this. It's December 30th.
30th, yeah.
Where did
New Year's
2022 go?
Eve.
Yeah, New Year's Eve. That's when this is going to come out.
Yeah.
It's not that.
No, not that in present time.
Well,
Future time when you listen to this.
I'm sick.
Well,
Yeah.
let's pump the brakes on that.
Yeah.
You got a little voice loss issue.
Yeah. So I just want to be up front and apologize to everybody for sounding like maybe a little different than I usually do.
You didn't go home in between episodes and suck down 30 cartons of Marlboro Reds. Try to get that little...
What? Not sure where we was going.
I didn't know where that could have
gone. Could have gone a lot of
No,
different
I didn't
places.
gargle salt water or do any of the lemon cleanse or any of that like I was supposed to. I'm sorry. It's my fault.
That's all right, buddy.
Well, we're not going to kick you out.
Busy week.
That is right.
And we're a little off. We normally do our recording on Thursday nights, but in present time, not future time, when you see this, Snowmageddon's supposed to come tomorrow.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
we thought we'd do this a night early because
Yeah.
we'll be damned if we're going to not have an episode out on time due to
Yeah.
inclement weather.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, and this shows a couple things about us.
Dutchmen are not concerned with the elements.
No, we're not. First things first, we had enough foresight to say, hey, maybe we ought to get together tonight. Second, we are dedicated to
You guys.
The list.
the listeners, because
The
we
Wanderers.
know the Wanderers.
Yeah, the
That's right.
Wanderers.
That is
Yeah.
the Wanderers out there. That we want to give you a good episode, and we want to give you an episode every Friday.
That's right.
That's our promise to you.
That's right.
And you guys promise to keep listening to us,
So
and so we're just gonna. We don't want to break promises
Yeah.
here.
Circle of trust.
you
Yeah.
scratch our back, I'll scratch your back.
Which I mentioned the sticker situation. I need to put a little update there.
Well, let's
Yeah.
update the
What's
stickers.
the deal?
Yeah, we're going to have them soon.
Good.
We finally got through that. But I think we picked a really cool logo for the hat that we're going to roll out.
They don't know about that.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned
Oh,
the
we
hats
haven't
yet.
mentioned the hat.
No.
Well, I'm
hats
just
are coming too.
hats are coming.
Yeah.
And now on the hat situation, because they're going to be pretty nice and they're going to look good. With this,
Real good.
we might have to figure out a pretty special contest here for
Oh
this
yeah. Yeah.
to figure it out.
We got
But,
some stuff up our sleeve.
Yeah, but we're still going to give away 250 stickers. That was a promise.
Yep.
We're going to make an announcement on our socials, and we'll, you guys will all know about it. But speaking of socials, here's the lead on that. We got a Facebook page that's
Yep.
super active.
Yeah.
That's right.
I think there was a post about
Love it.
macaroni
Yeah.
or shells and cheese.
Yeah.
And it really caught the internet by storm.
Yeah.
There's been a few things that break the internet. Kim Kardashian,
Yep.
Taylor Swift, Ticketmaster,
Uh-huh.
and Blue Box are shells and cheese.
That's right.
Wondering
So
Dutchman.
Yeah.
we're right there on it.
We're right up there.
So we're on Facebook, and we're on Twitter.
Yep.
So Twitter's a new addition, going through, adding people, trying to be active in it.
Yeah.
Our first follow was Elon Musk.
For sure.
Even I think our first tweet was Elon Musk.
Yeah. Huge fan of the show.
Yeah, he's a big
Yeah,
listener.
he's not stopped messaging us.
Yeah.
We'll get with you, Elon.
Yeah.
He's
Takes
looking
time.
for a CEO, and it might be a 3-man CEO
Yeah.
position there for us.
CEOs.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but I think that's what we got. We ready to jump in?
I can't. Yeah, I guess.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, where's your energy level at? Listen, buddy, this is
trying-
like the Jordan flu game. You got to step up,
Hold on.
deliver.
That's what you
That's going to help it. Yep. It's official.
Some of Mama's medicine.
need. That's
So, for those of you not watching on YouTube,
I just chugged
nice little shotter,
shooter, a
airplane.
fireball.
little shooter or fireball. Cue the music. He's back. First topic's yours, big guy.
Would you rather?
Okay.
Now this is a would you rather.
Wather?
Rather.
Wascally Webbits.
Would you rather topic? Would you rather be blind or deaf? Would you rather be wheelchair bound or dead? And I want to be broad on this because this could go a lot of different ways,
Okay.
a lot of different situations. We're all aware of situational things
Sure.
as the Dutchman, and it all goes back to the things that we wonder about.
So
Go ahead.
first one for me is easy.
Yeah, me too.
I'd be blind.
Wow. Okay, now
I'm a music guy.
I know. Now this is
I can talk to you blind.
This is the God's honest truth. Now listen to me, man. This is serious. Serious as a heart attack. A friend of mine whose son is a friend of the show, who I'll leave nameless.
Shout out to him though. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, shout out big. I'll just go EK.
EK. Shout out EK.
Shout out EK.
Yeah, EK. Thanks for listening, buddy.
The K's big music people. Big music people.
Oh, okay.
EK, big music guy.
Gotcha.
EK, you know who you are. His dad, career band director.
Okay.
I'm really
Yeah,
making this
you just
easy to lock in here.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got rules around here.
Yeah, we do.
He said this early, and he was involved in some, I'll just say it, Boy Scouts. And he was involved in that when we were young, and he always said the same thing because we had this topic come up one time at camp or on a hike or something like that, and he said him being such a music guy that he would hands down rather be blind than deaf because he couldn't fathom a world without music. And that's a sucker punch, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I know this is crazy, but I'm definitely going to go. I'm gonna lose the hearing, bro. If I can't see,
Well, the crazy thing of it is
done.
you're partly deaf in one ear already.
Yeah, that's
So really, we're just finishing the job. We're just finishing the job there, pal.
yeah.
But I'm not a big. I mean, I appreciate music,
Oh yeah.
but
it's
I don't.
definitely a crucial part of my life.
I would miss being able to see the sights of the world, the sounds. I get it. I guess you could feel the vibrations in your feet.
Yeah.
But I would hate not being able to see my children or my wife, or I could imagine that. I want to see the colors of the world.
Right. I don't
Fair
know.
enough.
What do you? I mean, why? I mean, other than your music, though, can you elaborate?
I mean, mainly it's music. I think like I'm a big morning coffee guy.
Yeah.
And a lot of that sight, but like in the springtime and summertime, I like listen to the birds. But also like I'm just saying all the outdoor noises. Kiss my ass.
Here comes the profile list. Go ahead.
So, but one of
I'm
these
right.
days, one of them three smoker boys is probably going to have babies, and
Yeah.
trying to think about holding a small little baby that can't talk or really interact yet. I think I'd rather be able to hear him and know they was talking back to me than being able to see him. I think.
Well, you could learn to lip read.
Okay, but can a
Hey, man. To each their own. I'm
Yeah.
not going to hate on him because I know there's
Okay.
other people, and the only reason that I'm not hating on him is because I know somebody else that feels the same way. But I'm totally going. I'm losing the hearing because if I can't see certain things, that my wife has, and Wow!
all right, that's a Wondering Dutchman first.
Nice. We just had projectile beverage shot out of Casey's nose. Hey, you know where I'm going. I'm a man, and I'm attracted to my wife. I'm going to say it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm straight ass open about it, and I think that and like those are things that I would miss, and like with like you said with the grandkids, like if I had grandkids, not now that we're past what I just said, and now we're going forward and not talking about anything else that's potentially incriminating. Once I have grandkids, I want to be able to see them.
buy that.
You know what I'm saying? And
I'll buy that.
And here's
if we
the
go
other thing.
hiking and stuff, seeing the mountains, and
Yeah, you're a big hiking guy.
I am.
Big
I
outdoor
love
guy.
that stuff.
Here's the thing where I wonder if you thought about that. That Harley that sits right behind us.
oh yeah,
You
you're
ain't
done.
riding that
You're
anymore,
done,
pal.
Dude.
I
You're
don't know
not
that I'd
driving.
ride it deaf either. You got to be
That's true.
awful.
That's true. Totally true.
I get one of these word aggressive's coming to mind, but that's not it. Offensive, and it's as much about hearing what's around you.
He's
I
riding
think.
this motorcycle, flipping people. That's offensive. Is that what you mean? Or?
That's what I meant.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know that I'd ride deaf either.
I don't know if I could drive deaf either.
Really?
Well, I don't know. I would totally drive deaf because if I lose my hearing, I mean, it would suck. But
I mean, what's somebody going to tell you not to drive? You're not going to hear him. I'd never pull over, though. You'd never hear the sirens.
I refuse to read lips. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Cops trying to pull you over with the sirens. Can't hear you.
Well, that's where they turn the lights on, too.
Well, you know, I'd take all the... Well, that's illegal to take your mirrors off and all that stuff, I guess. Get pit maneuvered and find out the guy's deaf.
With no mirrors.
Oh, man. All right, next one. Wheelchair or wheelchair or death. Now, this came from a conversation that happened several weeks back because of an accident that happened that was absolutely tragic. It was horrible, and it involved.
Yeah, you don't have to go into it.
We don't gotta go into
We don't
Yeah,
need to go
it
into it.
brought up conversation.
So let's just say, for conversation's sake, that you
were in an accident.
Were in an accident, and it would actually render you legless. Legless, like you no longer are equipped with walking devices.
So here's my question.
Like
Walking
you
devices.
don't have the hardware. Like or you don't have enough stub.
You're Lieutenant Dan.
No, because he was
Yeah,
he had stubs. And this guy, I mean, we
are going down quick.
No, we're not. My stubs are not long enough to retrofit.
So not Lieutenant Dan.
No.
Lieutenant Dan had too much.
We had stubs. I don't have stubs, so I can't have prosthetics. That's what I'm getting at. So the only
if
option,
you are far enough up your legs that you can't have stubs, do you have your genitals left?
Yes.
Well, how's that?
I watched a video on the internet of a man that was all rump, more or less,
Okay.
and no stub. So like,
Okay.
just
So he
picture-
still had his genitals.
yes, his genitals were intact, and he said he was married and sexually active, and I think Jenna's home. No,
that's
probably the cat.
something.
Anyway, so with that being said, some people just that we were with that particular evening said that they could not fathom the thought of life in a wheelchair. And I'm sure somewhere out there's probably a wheelchair listener, I would hope,
Yeah.
you know. And he's probably or she's probably a really cool person, and I appreciate their being alive. I'm going straight wheelchair, dude. I'd be freaking busting wheelies the whole time. Yeah, I'm in
Well,
a
I
wheelchair
don't.
for sure.
I mean, I would have to say that I, do believe and hope,
yeah.
but also I want to be here as long as I can.
Amen, man.
And I think you're normal. Normal is normal.
Yeah,
So if that's what changes a little bit,
that's right.
it obviously you hear some stories like people that are born without with birth defects and different things like that.
That's their normal.
They don't know.
Yeah.
So they never know. I mean, I think that would be the tough transition is because you knew what it was like
Yeah.
to run. Well, I mean, not run.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Walk.
Not a big runner. But, yeah.
Walk.
Yeah. Like, hey, I'm going to get up and get that. Hey, let me grab you a beer.
Yeah.
Oh, well, wait a minute.
Now you're just going to have to.
Shit, can you grab me
roll-
one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
I
think-
would go
And I
wheelchair all
think
day.
that tied into our friends' conversation to capitalize on what they were thinking is that they didn't want to become a burden and stuff. You know?
Yeah, but you talk-
I mean, we're going to have to widen the doorways in the house. We're going to have to build a badass ramp to get my big ass in the house.
Yeah.
And we're probably going to have to get one of those sweet ass Honda Odysseys with the lift deal, you know.
I
But
think where the problem comes is
those are just all things. you know?
Well, those are things, but when it comes, so now, the problem is now,
Yeah.
mid 30s,
Yeah.
it'd be a hell of a road to recovery.
Yeah.
But the problem is, I think when you get to be mid 70s,
Oh, yeah.
and now you can't wipe your own ass anyway, and you got
Well,
all these issues.
obviously, if you would maybe try to make it to where you just,
Shit and then took a bath.
or had a bag.
Oh.
You wouldn't have to
Well,
worry
depending
about
on the nature and trauma of your injuries, you may have a colostomy bag.
Yeah.
And I guess there's a lot of ifs there, because my first instinct is, if this scenario is I have lived my whole life until said incident fully mobile,
Yeah.
I might lean towards, because that's a pretty traumatic injury if you're straight to legless.
I think you're being too practical about this.
Yeah. I think.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think you got to take all those things in consideration. I got 3 kids.
Yeah.
Got a certain quality of life. Insurance isn't going to cover a whole lot of that stuff.
Well, if you're 70, you would think that.
Well,
maybe
but if I'm 38, like
Yeah,
I am
yeah,
now,
Yeah.
and I was driving down the road and got clipped and my legs got ripped off,
Just think how much more podcast editing you could do.
who's going to carry me down the basement stairs?
Me.
We'll get
Did you do
it.
that for me, buddy?
I'd get a little backpack.
I'd want to face backwards, though.
Yeah. Like on.
You wouldn't want to nibble on his ear.
No way, dude. On freaking Ace Ventura, when he's when nature calls, whenever they're fighting in that fight scene with that little African tribe,
Yeah,
and that little Spitfire little sucker comes flying out like, and he rode in one of those backpacks. That's how you'd be.
Now, I suppose if I got a support group and you're going to carry me around in a backpack for all our
man.
drinking adventures,
We're in.
All right.
Yeah.
We're in.
Yeah,
I'll go legless.
But it is situational
Yeah.
to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But I think it's also
Like, I'll be pissed if I agree to not having legs, then you just leave my fat ass.
Hey, Dave, you're being a real jerk. We're just going to leave you downstairs.
Oh man, I could tell you a really gnarly joke about that.
Probably not a good one.
No, about the girl on the beach and never been kissed.
No, you're walking too close to it.
Okay. All right. Well, so with that all being said,
Let's shift gears.
all
We're going to shift gears.
right, Casey, you're up.
Things you find yourself telling or saying to your kids the most.
Oh God.
Now, here's what's going to be interesting for the listeners, because we have a broad range of children.
Yes, we do.
You've got one that's middle school age, one in kind of late elementary school.
Well, in August, we'll have a first-time high schooler, a first-time middle schooler, and a first-time elementary schooler.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And then you've got 2 third graders,
Yep. Fourth. I've
Fourth
got 2
grader.
fourth graders and a first grader.
first grader, and mine are just next year will be the first year in kindergarten,
Oh my God.
first year preschool.
Make me feel old.
Yeah.
Zobug heading to the big
I know, it's crazy.
That's
I can't
wild.
believe it.
It's crazy.
But I was sitting there thinking about it, and it was one day where they were fighting,
Oh.
and just was like every other word was like no, or stop,
Yeah.
or are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know what? I wonder what these guys say to their kids
Before we
most.
take this any farther, we have agreed as a show
Yes.
that we were going to try to limit the use of certain words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that actually eliminates some of my contribution to this topic because my children are, wow.
Do they say it at school yet or
No,
anything?
God, no. They actually give us reports on others that say them. Not in their class or in their school, but like usually when they go to other events,
Oh, okay.
like with other.
So your kids are snitches.
They're not stitches. They're now. You know why? Because I just said what they get.
You get stitches.
Yeah, snitches get stitches, and where do they wind up?
In ditches.
In ditches.
Well, that's very
Yeah. So that's not what they are. But like,
okay.
they're very aware of them.
Yeah.
And they don't say them.
Well, that's good. You've got them trained well then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anything non-curse words that you find yourself going after?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, so get in here
Yeah.
and pick up your shit
Yeah.
and now, you know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah.
Like I'll say that a lot.
Yeah, I think I always follow everything with I've said it at least 1,000 times. I say that a lot. But it's always about the same 3 things.
I've said
Picking
it
up.
once, I've said it 100 times. And
Stuff
I'm
gets left out
tired of
everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
The food's always gone in the house,
I'm
but nobody
sick
ever
and
ate it.
tired of being sick and tired.
It blows my mind that I can't think of them anymore
I
because
know.
I always tell them when I say the things that I say, why do I have to say this 1,000 times a day?
Oh yeah.
And,
I'll look at Zoe and I'll go, I had to ask you 4 times
Oh, yeah.
for you to finally respond.
That's Evelyn.
Next
That's
time
mine.
you want something, you're going to ask 4 times. Well, Dad, that's not very nice.
Yep.
And I look at her and I go, oh, really?
Wow.
Really pot. Meat kettle.
Yeah.
And she doesn't get that at all.
No.
It leads to a whole nother conversation, and then you realize that was pointless. But, yeah, I get
Do
that a lot.
you have any idea how long you've been in the shower?
Yeah.
That's a daily one.
Like, how long will they be in the
20
shower?
minutes.
Not here.
30.
What's your water bill look like?
We have private water.
Well water there.
No.
No.
It's a private utility that you have to buy a subscription or a
Membership
too.
It's
And,
an association.
Yeah.
Really?
And it's cheap and it's good stuff. It's great water.
Yeah, it tastes great.
Yeah. And
We're fortunate.
yeah, we are super fortunate.
What
And
water are you on?
huh?
I'm just curious what water you're on.
St. Henry.
Yeah, we ain't St.
Oh,
Henry.
I'm on St. Henry water.
Here?
Or are you on Duff?
St. Henry.
Wow. So your water bill's cheap as heck too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because he only takes 5-minute showers.
How much your water bill?
I feel like it's only like $14 to $17 a month.
Holy crikey.
So he takes a 5-minute shower.
How much is yours?
We're probably in the 20s.
44.
Yeah, we're in the 20s to 30s.
Yeah.
And like for us, I think like Janelle and I are the main culprit
Culprits.
because kids
We do
take baths.
67 loads of laundry a week.
Oh, our washer and dryer on
Never
Sundays
quits.
just constant.
Our washer and dryer never quits 8 days a week.
Just running.
Yeah, just constantly.
Now, here's a question on this. I know we're getting off the tangent a little bit, or on a tangent a little bit.
On a tangent.
Would you
off
buy a
topic.
second washer and dryer?
No. No need.
You don't think you would at all?
Why?
I think I would buy a second washer
Why?
because we do a lot of damp dry, and then we'll hang it. I don't know, my wife, we damp dry, and then I feel like those are looks of judgment there, fellas.
Not judgment,
I'm
just I've not heard of that before, I don't think.
Inquisitive.
Well, but like for like T-shirts, because one of my biggest pet peeves is you buy a shirt, you wash it, you dry it, next thing you know, it doesn't fit. Now, you didn't instantly throw on 15 pounds, maybe.
Oh, I do. I did recently, yeah.
Well, I told you we get back to the gym,
I
bud.
know.
But you know, so we
Back on the pain train.
damp dry and then we hang it to where it dries in our
Now, where do you hang it?
laundry room. We've got it like a U shape, so
wow.
like pants and long stuff goes on one side, shirts on the other.
Pretty tall cotton to shit in up there. on
Yeah,
top
I
of the
guess
hill.
so.
Oh my god! Hey, the breeze always blows up there.
I guarantee you that.
But yeah,
Damn to you.
that's what we do. I could see
No,
buying a
so
second washer.
with me in my line of work, I get into a lot of dirty stuff, and my wife gets thoroughly infuriated when sometimes said smells on my clothes will propagate onto hers, like diesel fuel or concrete dust or any of that
Man.
stuff. Yeah, she gets
I've only got-
mad.
I need to go get winter diesel tomorrow. I only got regular diesel in the tractor.
Yeah.
Sorry, Snowmageddon's coming. I don't want
What'd
my
you just say? What's the difference?
winter diesel. It got the stuff in there to keep it.
Why don't you just go buy some Staybill and just
Stay Bill. Anti-gel, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, you plan on running your tractor? You gonna get out here and plow the snow when it's 4 degrees outside?
I'm going to get me some orange juice for some screwdrivers and a nice warm hat, and I'm going to.
I'll let that freaking snow sit till it gets up to about 30. I'm gonna find myself cuddled in the nest with my bride when it's about 5 degrees. Well,
Yeah.
unless I'm plowing snow for the beautiful citizens of Huntingburg,
Yeah.
Indiana.
See?
But
well, and that's that's you do your work for the people there.
yeah, I gotta do that.
Do you?
I feel like there's a lot of things that I say to my kids over and over and over and over and over again,
Yeah.
but there's so many of them and I can't nail them down.
Yeah, I
See,
think that's
and
where I'm at.
we avoid curse words with our kids.
Oh wow!
Like if we weren't
We
on
would
this,
fail
like
miserably.
I can let them fly with the best, but because of the public work that I do, sometimes I'm very good at not saying anything, but Zoe has started saying freaking.
Ooh.
And then stupid is a big one now.
Yeah, I don't
And
See, our kids are pretty good. Like they say, like shut up was a bad word for a long time.
I've heard you scream it when I've been on top of the hill.
For sure.
Yeah.
But like because they see or hear, they don't see me see it, but they see me say it. They hear me say it, and like they knew that was like, oh God, Dad means business. It's time to freaking lock her in.
Yeah, you raise the tone, you get
Yeah.
the dad voice out.
That's
right.
Now that's the question. You have a dad voice?
Oh, yeah.
You know.
You know I do.
Yeah. I've found myself kind of letting it rip every once in a while.
I get a little guilty feeling about my dad voice because sometimes I just had enough, and I like summertime, like we're doors open, windows open people.
Oh God.
And I'm like, I guarantee that echoed down the holler.
Yeah.
yeah.
He lives an eighth of a mile from me, and he can hear me like he's sitting next to me. My next door neighbors, over on Hellcat Ranch across the ridge, I guarantee you they know what we're talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
Yeah, yeah, they knew the names of our children before we were formally introduced. I can
Yeah,
tell
sure.
you that.
For sure. Smoke, your first topic?
All right. When it comes to vehicles, when's it time
Oh boy.
to fuel up?
I've got a story.
I'm horrible about this.
I've got a story.
Guilty.
And there's some listeners that know exactly where this is going.
Guilty as charged.
Of which way?
When the lights on.
Oh boy. Oh man, I'd have anxiety.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. How many times have you ran out of gas in your entire life?
Oh boy.
Including the old shitbox Harley, probably twice.
Well, what?
Maybe
That's
three
crazy.
times. Is that too many?
Too many? I've ran out of gas 15 times. Yeah, Dave.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, he just told you your way of operating would give him anxiety.
Oh, man.
He'd have
I
a
ran
panic attack.
I ran out of fuel on the Harley once.
Well, yeah, because it probably didn't have a damn gas gauge.
No, not the old one.
Yeah.
And the carburetor bowl was leaking, and then
Oh, for heaven's sake.
my diesel ran dry once,
Diesel.
the old Dirty Max,
Diesel.
and
Do you say diesel or diesel?
diesel.
No,
Diesel.
you definitely say it with a Z.
Yeah, I do.
Diesel.
I work with a guy that says diesel.
Oh, give
that?
me
I
some
don't like it.
diesel in
It's
that
diesel
truck.
fuel.
Diesel.
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 How about that?
Diesel fuel.
Yeah.
Diesel.
Diesel.
Yeah, like that tractor that David has is got a diesel engine in it.
Yeah.
I just said diesel.
Yeah, there you say
You
it with
see,
the
you
Z.
say it with a Z. There's
Yeah.
no Z
People
in the
will
word
listen
diesel.
to this and they can confirm.
Yeah, can confirm.
Yeah.
Tomato, tomato.
No.
3 times in your life.
Yeah, because the last one was the Dodge before this Dodge. Showed I had a almost over quarter tank, but getting close to quarter tank, and I just ran dry.
Sending
The
unit.
sending unit went out,
Yeah.
and that's really what put the nail in the coffin. That
Yeah.
if I'm getting down towards a quarter of a tank, it's time to
So
stop and fuel her up.
my dad has a 2017 F-150, and that son of a bitch has a freaking
Oh yeah, them Fords got
36-gallon tank. And my Tahoe had to have surgery a couple weeks ago, and I drove that old Silver Bullet there for about a week and a half. And if that son of a buck got below half a tank, I had to go get gas in it because I couldn't afford it if that son of a buck got any lower.
Yeah.
And thank God gas is back down to, 3 something.
Yeah, decent.
We're under
Yeah.
$3 now.
Yeah.
as of this recording.
Yeah. And then it's like, the Tahoe for me, though, man, for the longest time. So my biggest, I don't know, like I've always been that way. Like I'll drive that son of a bitch till it's on fumes. Like I have literally rolled into the bushes.
Jenna hits the light on her van a lot.
Oh,
And
yeah.
she's like, "Oh, you take my van for gas?" And we turn it on, the fuel light comes on. I know it's only 4 miles down the road, and if I get up to 80, I bet I could coast in from
yeah.
Water Tower Road.
Yeah.
But
My wife is a big proponent of that too. She does not like to wait. She wants that baby. She's got to have gas. But she's a commuter.
Yeah.
Big commuter. She's like,
It's a little bit different.
Jenna commutes and she rides the fuel light.
She busts my balls if I'm the last, and it doesn't make any sense to me sometimes. This is a side note here. She drives her van all week.
Yeah.
Okay, her account, my account. Her money, my money. It's how it works. We make it work. It's a beautiful thing.
Sure.
We go to Jasper. We take her car. I drive because she's just driven 40-some minutes, and I'll give her a break. I drive her van, and I'll bring it back home, and we'll go. We'll park and go in. The next day, she'll go to work and text and call and say, "Thanks a lot to the last person that drove my car that didn't put gas in it." Because now
One of the kids drove the car.
I'm almost below a quarter of a tank. And I'm like, you are correct that I was the last person that drove your car with you in it and your family to eat, which you ingested food into your body. But somehow it's my fault for not putting gas in before we got back home. I don't understand it. I'm sorry.
So here's the ultimate run out of gas story.
Okay. I've got a bunch.
So
Go ahead.
our friends of the show, our good buddy Paulie Nykum and his lovely bride Terry,
Yep.
Andy McHugh and his lovely bride Amy, myself and my lovely bride, we did a triathlon, sprint distance triathlon in the beautiful, beautiful Dolphin Island. The Dolphin Island Tri. Trained all summer for it.
Triathlete.
I've done 3 of them. 3 sprint distance tries. I know it's crazy.
I love it.
What is a sprint distance?
Like when you sprint in a distance, dumbass.
So like a 40-yard dash?
No, it's
A cannonball?
no, it's generally a 5K run.
Hit him with the jackknife.
A 40-yard dash into the cannonball. Finish it out riding a wheelie 12 feet across.
Go ahead.
So, anyways,
Go ahead,
it's
sir.
a 5K run, and then it's about a probably 12 to 15 mile bike ride, and then the swim is about 800 to 1,000 yards. So
Wow.
we are going to Dolphin Island, south of Mobile. Our buddy Andy McHugh is from Mobile.
Now,
And-
is it actually like the fish dolphin?
Well, you say it like dolphin, but it's Dauphin.
Dolphin.
Probably dolphin.
Dolphin.
But I don't think they get into it because they all have a twang down there. So
Oh,
it
they
just
do
makes
have
sense.
a twang. Yeah.
Yeah,
Knoxville. Nashville.
yeah, it's there for
Mobile.
them.
Bologna cake.
So,
Bologna cake.
Bologna cake.
Sweet Home Alabama, that movie.
oh my gosh.
It's like a cheese ball. We make it here for Christmas.
So let's circle the wagons. The ADHD is strong
guys,
today.
Good episode.
Yeah.
We were talking about shit they say in Alabama. I
Catch
thought.
you later.
So anyway, I said, hey, you guys get us going. I'll pull the graveyard shift. I don't mind driving. I'll get us there.
Yeah.
I'll get us there.
Oh boy.
So my buddy Paulie Nykum, he kind of started driving about south of Nashville, and then
Nashville.
he took one of them old, pills to help ease some pain or something. He had something going on, and he's like, I can't anymore. I'm getting tired. So I pull that graveyard shift, and I start cruising, and everything's going great.
Yeah.
And so we are in Amy's Tahoe, pulling a trailer, and I see the old gas
the
gauge.
bikes?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Got the bikes.
And luggage and all that other stuff too.
Yeah.
It's full. And so cruising, and I'm watching the gas gauge, and I'm miles
Bottom fall
are
out.
just ticking down.
Oh yeah.
So there was a gas station that was coming up, and I was like, that's a pretty dark intersection. I am the son of a truck driver. If it doesn't look right, on to the next one. And I mean, it just didn't have a whole lot of lights. Didn't
Right.
look like an easy on, easy
right,
off.
Right.
And it's like 3 a.m, by the way.
Dicey.
And we're like right in the heart of South Central Alabama.
Yikes.
And so I was like, well, that next one's only a few miles down. I think we'll make it. We don't make it.
Oh, no.
Literally, we are at the 1 mile sign for the freaking exit when it just goes, "Purr." And so I'm like, oh, shit. So I yank off to the road. Well, the rumble strips wake up everybody else.
Oh, God.
And by this point, I've got the thing pulled into park, and I'm getting out. And I think it was Andy was like, what is going on? I'm like, well, we ran her dry. He goes, what? And I'm like, we're out of gas, baby. He goes, are you serious? And I was like, yeah. He's like,
Yeah,
you guys.
I bet that's all he said.
Yeah. And there was probably
So
more
what'd
there.
you do?
So we literally like, you know where the 1 mile and half mile signs to the exit?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We like the front nose of the vehicle was at the 1 mile sign. So threw on the shoes and not thinking we had a bunch of bikes in the back that we could have rode. Andy and I took off walking. Paul stayed back with the lady folk.
Oh, no.
And we walked and we get to this exit. We get to the exit, gas station right there. And so we walk in and I'm just pissed beyond all belief because this is a screw up. I hate making screw ups. And so this, we were looking at gas cans, and we'd get it. We'd get enough.
$75 for a gas can.
And this sweet lady at the gas station goes, I think we got one of them Fabuloso cleaner things that's empty. Let me go get that for you boys. And we were like,
highly illegal.
yeah.
Highly illegal.
So she hands it to us. It's one of the big ones. We bought it at like a Sam's Club, Costco. A lot of cleaning done with this Fabuloso.
Oh, yeah.
And she, kind of dries it out for us. And here you go. Here you boys go. No reason to buy one. And I said, we'll be back. So we go out there and buy. Fill up.
So you're 1 mile in, and then 1 mile back. So
Andy McHugh and I walking on the side of the interstate.
2 miles.
And God's green earth in Alabama, carrying a Fabuloso jug full of gasoline. We get back to the vehicle. Everybody else had fallen asleep.
Did you have a funnel?
Oh, no.
I bet it had one of them smart caps, too.
No,
it
was
push the thing in.
No, it wasn't quite like that. So I stand back there and pour, and I'm like, I hope it starts up. Like, never once entered my mind that it could be something else. Get into the seat. I'm just smell like gasoline, obviously, because I just put some gas in the Tahoe.
Took a gas bath.
Yeah.
Out of the old Fabuloso jug.
Fired that baby up. She turned over, and I go, I can't believe it. And then I looked down, and I was like, oh, we got 14 miles we can go because we put a gallon in that bad boy.
No way.
We pulled into that gas station. That lady was like, oh, you boys made it. And to this day, if they listen to this, they will agree. Anytime like it gets like the low gas light gets on, I'll get a picture or I'll get a text. Hey, you remember that time? But my excuse and my fairness was I didn't calculate for the math in the back pulling the trailer.
Oh.
We would have made the intersection. So.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Because even it says like miles to empty.
But we get back and it's like, well, we could have rode them damn bikes. Like it would have been a hell of a lot quicker. But yeah, me and Andy McHugh.
I walked nowhere. I've always called. Hey, I ran out of gas. You mind run me a jug? Yeah, be there in a minute. I broke down on the interstate, or ran out of gas on the interstate like 20 times, going back and forth to the mine. I had a 2004 Chevy pickup that the instrument cluster was trashed.
Yeah.
No fuel gauge. Had no clue. Had to run off the odometer. And if you forget to reset it, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Or if you don't fill up every time, you're screwed.
Yeah.
That's how the old Dodge was because I didn't change the fuel pump for 4 years.
The sending unit, yeah.
There you go.
So I broke down, luckily, one time right there at 161, just west of the Holland exit, which was conveniently located about, 675, 800 yards from Hinky Farms. And my good buddy Josh Shirley met me at the overpass, and I had to shimmy my fat ass up that freaking steep bank, reach up and grab a jug of gas, through the guardrail on the overpass, and walk down to the old freaking White Rocket and put some fuel in her. Oh yeah, or the Tahoe. I think maybe that was the Tahoe that time. But yeah, I'm a known runner out of gas.
I try to avoid it, but I've had it a few times. But the worst is the fear when it just everything shuts off.
Oh yeah,
I've coasted in.
Oh yeah,
I was on the Lloyd Expressway rush hour traffic
Yikes.
in the very far lane right by Harrison High School one time.
Ooh, that's
And this was in
dicey.
college, and the old red Chev just died. And I was like, this ain't good. And so to cross 3 lanes of
Oh,
traffic,
yeah, you get run over.
get the truck refired, and roll into a Thornton's or one of the gas stations there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was a mess. It was a mess. Like to live dangerously.
That's right.
What about you, Smoke? You've never told us when your point is.
Quarter tank. I'm filling up.
Oh, yeah. Every time.
I mean, I make
Religiously.
like if I hit a quarter tank and we got like sports that night, because my routine is I get the little one from daycare in Jasper.
Yep.
Still get home, get kids picked up from practice, and I went to. If I had a quarter tank, like when I'm coming home and we got a busy night, I'll do the running that night
Yeah.
and like fill up when it makes sense. But
Yeah.
like I don't like when it hits a quarter tank. I'm
Like,
like,
it's-
okay,
it's on the
yeah,
priority
yep.
list.
Like next time we pass the gas station,
Yeah.
we're swinging in there.
For sure.
But yeah, that's how I roll.
My old man was pretty hardcore about that when I was a kid, but I never really took heed to it. You know how hard that is on your fuel pump? You know how hard that is on your fuel pump? Yeah, Dad, I'm sorry. You mean tell me you took my pickup out joyriding and you didn't put no cotton picking gas back in it? Yeah, Dad, I'm sorry. My dad doesn't sound like
Let's say.
like Carl Childers on Sling Blade. He does not really sound like that. Ain't got no gas in it. He does not sound like that.
If your dad did, that'd be kind of cool.
My
though.
voice in the current situation it
Yeah.
is now is like really good for that voice, by the way.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
They turned me loose from a nervous hospital. Said I was well. Is it time?
It is time.
It's
All
time.
right. Like it is time?
It is
Like,
time.
according to the clock?
Yes.
It's time for the pause of the cause.
What?
It's time.
It's time.
This pause for
Pause.
the cause is brought to you by Maxie's Barbershop. A king may have a throne and the power that comes with it. But did you know the common man can have that same feeling as a king on their throne? How, you ask? Do you know how?
I got an idea. But
I do know because I wrote this.
Well, you plant your happy ass in the barber's chair and let Jay give you a stylish cut or get your whiskers trimmed. Conveniently located on 13th Street in Huntingburg. Let yourself feel the power of the old school barber's chair and tell Jay the Wondering Dutchman sent you.
that's right.
That's pretty good.
It was good.
That's a nice one.
Hey,
This pause for the cause is brought to you by Maxie's Barbershop.
See you real soon.
Welcome
back.
And we're back,
and
baby.
we're back. We want to thank our good buddy Jay Maxey up at
That's right.
Maxey's Barbershop.
That's right.
He's been with us now for what, 5 episodes?
Been a while.
We do legitimately take sponsors. Jay was the first to recognize talent.
We've got some we've got some people waiting in the wings. We're working on some things and we're ready. We're just kind of trying to figure
kinda grow it.
testing the waters, and we're going to see where we're at.
Well, like we say, when all these people want to be guests on the show, like we're still trying to figure out what we're doing
Yeah.
to add somebody else. First,
Yeah.
we don't have the equipment. So unless you have your own mic, own boom
Yeah.
stand, own all this other stuff that Dave has behind the camera here.
Leave your kids' Xbox headphones alone.
Yeah.
And your daughter's karaoke microphones because
exactly.
your friends are probably all over your
Yeah,
microphone.
exactly.
We
So,
don't want that.
you know, while we were on break, folks, we're going to break down the fourth wall here. I felt like our energy was a little lacking first hour.
We're a little flat.
a little flat.
A little flat.
And so our promise to you.
What are we
because-
chalking it up to?
well, I think we're just going to chalk it up to.
We're out of kilter.
Well, and it's the holiday season.
Everybody's
Things slow down a
stressed
little
out.
bit. You know, you don't realize, you're going to hear this December 30th, but we're staring down big snowstorm.
Yep.
Christmas is this
We're on
weekend.
the cusp of the Christmas
Yeah. So I think if we just bring the energy back here,
Yeah.
this is
season.
Mace flu game.
I'm looking forward to these next few topics, and I'm really looking forward to the rapid fires.
Yeah, some
'Cause
good
there's-
rapid
'cause
fires.
There's some bangers. In
And
that
really,
deal.
I look forward to the rapid fire every week.
I do
I like
too.
it a lot.
I
I really like
love
the
the
engagement
rapid
we're
fire.
getting from you all.
our buddy,
appreciate it.
our buddy Dave over here has been a little quiet too.
Been a little
Yeah.
quiet. Been a little quiet.
And so, Dave, we don't like that.
we had to do some kid running.
Yeah.
Had to do the
busy,
Lord's
busy
work.
afternoon.
Do the
busy
Lord's
afternoon.
work. Had to
Yeah.
take his children up there, and
Learn the gospel.
Ain't had time to lube the gears per se, but we're getting there.
Yeah.
Let's get through it.
Catching up.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen.
Let's make a promise
Make a promise.
to the Wanderers.
Yes.
Do the wonders.
We're gonna lock in.
Lock in.
We're gonna sack up,
Sack up.
Grab a gear.
grab a gear,
Grab a gear.
and we're gonna give the people what the people want.
Yes, we are. With that being said, Mace, give us your second topic.
Last minute supper menu.
Very short.
Huh?
Don't have a whole lot last minute things.
Why?
Oh, God,
Because your
we do.
kids aren't old enough yet.
Well, I mean, like, what do you, I guess, explain your topic a little
Okay.
bit. Use it in a sentence, please.
PSA, I'm not a very proactive meal prepper. My wife hates my guts for it because of my wife working a considerable distance away from home, and she's obviously putting, drive time in and working, more. I'll say it. Don't let her know that I admit it, but she does work more than me. She doesn't have much time to plan and cook and do all that, so I predominantly do most of that, as Smoke does. Like we do most of the food prep and everything, and sometimes I just don't feel like screwing with it.
Yeah.
So when I get home and we've got basketball or baseball or soccer or football or gymnastics or cheerleading or one of the other 987,000 extracurriculars all of our children participate in, I don't have time to get the old supper done. What are your go-tos? Like, okay, it's 8:30. We haven't eaten yet because we've been balls deep in extracurriculars since 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock on our way to these practices and games. So it's 8 o'clock. I'll just recant this last freaking Tuesday night or, Monday night or whatever. Here we are, get home from work, 4 o'clock. Kids get off the bus. We got to be Cedar Crest at 5:15, 5:30. The other kid has to be at such and such and HR stuff, and we have no time to eat. And we got basketball games, and you don't want to eat before you go play a basketball game, chuffing up and down the floor as a big man,
Yeah.
after eating a good old hefty supper.
Yeah.
Don't work.
No.
And by the time we get out of the gym, it's 8 o'clock. We're knocking on bedtime's door, which it's bad. You don't want to eat before you go to bed.
But you got to eat.
But you got to eat.
Yeah, you gotta eat.
You know what I mean? What do you go to? Are you going, we're cutting, fast food doesn't count.
Oh.
$48 at the Arby's drive-thru.
Which
by the way,
smokers have been doing that a lot. Not the drive-through, but like the no time to eat. But typically, we do grab you a PB&J before you leave.
Yeah.
Something light.
yes,
Hold you over because it's going to be damn near bedtime.
yes,
But then at home, same thing. I'm not going to spend an hour fixing something.
No,
So we try to keep chicken nuggets on hand, and I think we
Amen,
can do
brother.
like a
I was just getting
chicken
Yes.
nugget buffalo ranch wrap. Pretty
dude,
easy or something.
listen, Smoke, this is crazy. And Casey, one of these days you're going to get there, and I hope, as a squad, as the threesome that we are,
Yeah.
The thruple.
the thruple,
Yeah.
that you can eventually reach out to us, Dave and I, as seasoned vets in such situations, and like you could reach out to us for advice. And I could almost tell you that I would say that I'm this close to releasing a balls to the wall cookbook. Because like ramen noodles, chicken nuggets, tortilla shells, shredded cheese, Merkley burgers.
That's right.
Hashtag Merkley's. Merkley and Son Meats and our good buddy Brad Merkley over there at Merkley's. Merkley burgers, Merkley hot dogs, Jack's frozen pizzas.
Yeah.
Like those things, man, like I'm telling you, like Dave said, chicken nuggets, air fryer,
Yep.
400 degrees, 10 minutes, ready to rip. Chick-fil-A sauce, Sweet Baby Ray's. We're going steamable, bag broccoli florets.
That's right. We always got that on hand.
That's how we operate, too.
Yeah, bagged broccoli, 6 minutes in the old micro zapper.
Nuke 'em.
Bring that baby out. Salt, pepper, little Parmesan cheese. Dig that out of the door of the fridge. Dollop of Chick-fil-A or whatever condiment. We're big condiment. Me, my wife's not. She's a plain Jane. My son, same thing, plain Jane.
Really?
Breaks my heart.
The doodle is...
Breaks my heart.
Really?
My spawn, my mini-me, he is like the plain dude, like plain cheeseburgers. I mean, he might get a sweet and sour sauce at a drive-thru if we're going nugs, but like my other two, Evelyn, she's my hot sauce queen. Me and her.
The hot sauce, huh?
Ellie's all about pickles. She loves pickles, mustard. She'll do mayo on a cheeseburger. Yeah, totally weird, but like we're going nugs, broccoli, and maybe a carrot stick and ranch or something. Like it's super go-to, super easy.
This time of year, though,
Super
I also, like anytime I make chili, there's almost always a gallon bag of something in the freezer that you can kind of...
throw in.
Because you hate doing nugs 3 nights a week.
Yeah.
You feel like a bag
there's
of
only
dicks
so
when
many,
you do that.
There's only so many nugs a guy can eat.
But when we got basketball 4 nights a week and church 1 night a week, and gee whiz, it's like, how in the hell?
And it sucks, too. Like, this time of year, it's like, because we always, we're big proponents of eating clean and great nutrition.
Clean eaters.
Clean, real
We
clean.
are clean eaters.
Clean eaters. But it's tough.
Yeah, it is.
It's tough, man. That's why, I talk about getting back on the pain train and riding the old baloney pony and get back in the gym and shed some pounds.
What about the baloney?
Baloney pony. You never heard that?
I've heard that, but I don't think it's...
Well,
I think you could use it
I might have used
universally.
that either way here and there. Good grief, who's counting? But what I'm saying is, like, I want to know, Casey. So Dave and I, we're obviously on the same wavelength. Let's say you are working late up at the resort.
Well, but I'm going to throw this out there. Like the slight difference, I guess, in our household, our kids aren't in sports actively right now.
Not yet.
But Janelle and I both work all the time.
Yeah, big time.
And so we get a lot of that late. Like you're talking about that being like a late charger menu. Like, what are we doing? But I would venture to guess we're big like Sunday dinner people.
Yeah.
So the Sunday dinner is those leftovers are more likely going to be a Tuesday or a Wednesday type situation. Saturdays.
Oh, like for another dinner?
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's a lunch. See,
my leftovers are always my lunch for the week.
Yeah. Like my leftovers are really going. They're going. Very seldom will my leftovers make it to dinner because they're going to be smoked for lunch.
Are we in the trust tree?
Yeah. I won't tell nobody.
I'm not a leftovers guy.
Neither is my wife.
My wife isn't either, and that's why I always take it for lunch.
Janelle.
Why is that?
Janelle will, like, I've even gotten to the point where I'll put it into little, like, Tupperware containers for her, and she takes it and she eats lunch and she does this and that.
Oh, yeah.
But I can't do leftovers. I've gotten better, like because this is crazy to sound, and you guys are like, basketball. We're not too far away from baseball season.
Okay.
And both of you guys know what it's like.
That's when things get nutty.
And when it gets, like, I'll get home at 10 o'clock at night, 10:30 at night, everybody's in bed. And it's like, oh, yeah, I remember making bratwurst from the weekend. Like,
oh, yeah.
I will.
I'll
microwave, like, I'll do that. I'll, grab some chips, maybe some veggies. But, like, I just don't, like, oh, hey, there's that spaghetti. And spaghetti is maybe a little bit different where I I'm just not a big leftovers guy. Like, when I was a kid, like, Thursdays or Friday, like, Thursdays predominantly in our household was refrigerator clean out.
Right.
And it was go out, grab Tupperware, scoop you out whatever you want, throw it in the microwave, and that's what we were doing for dinner.
Yeah.
And I don't, because I had parents, they both worked all the time. Yeah. Like, it's just how it happened.
So with me growing up, my mother, old Mama Mace, she...
Hey, by the way, before you finish this slot.
Go ahead.
Does your mother listen to the podcast?
Yeah, every week.
Your mother deserves a big thank you for buying dinner for your birthday.
Hey, she didn't want nobody to know that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cat's out of the bag.
Cat's out of the bag.
But anyway, hey, give her one.
Yeah. Hey, Mama Mace, I want to thank you for buying dinner. You didn't have to do that. We appreciate it, though. We enjoyed celebrating with your little son over there, and it was good to see you,
Sunny
too.
bumpkin.
Your little Sonny Bumpkin.
Little bundle of
Your firstborn.
Your first pain in the ass.
The one that made you a mama.
Oh, shit. I busted her balls on that, by the way, too, man. Like, I was almost mad. And she gave me this, like, really big, heart-wrenching story that I won't go into.
Okay.
But it's like, she made sense with it, and I get it. And like, you know, we're super, I am super blessed to have that, you know, and stuff, you know, and I'm very appreciative to that. And those that took part in that know what we're talking about right now, you can bust her ass later when you see her down the road.
I don't want to bust her ass. Just
Oh, no,
I felt bad, though. I'm always the type of guy, if I think somebody else is paying, I'm like, well, what's the cheapest thing on the menu? And I'll have water.
Yeah. And I think that's why she waited to the last minute. She's a stealthy old bird. She's a stealthy old bird.
I didn't mean to interrupt, but you brought up your mom, and I was like, you know what? We need to give her a shout out.
But there again, with that being said, she's a badass old bag because she cooked.
Yeah.
She cleaned. She did everything, dude. Like, she was as old school gets. And, like, we were eating, I still remember, man, minute steaks.
Yeah.
You know, Heinz 57, mashed potatoes. She would boil potatoes. She was never she does not like traditional mashed potatoes. She's texture, I guess, gets her. So she would take, like, a boiled potato. And then, like, when it was whole, like it was whole boiled, and then she would put it on her plate and then just kind of crush it with her fork and put some butter on it, and that was her version of mashed potatoes. So we're eating that. But, like, she would make us traditional mashed potatoes. That's the
It's a
blower
fan.
on the
It's
stove,
just, it's
bro.
going.
That's how we know the old baby's stoked.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
ready.
it's an 84 model or so.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. I love every minute of it. I mean, it's 25 degrees outside, and I'm in a freaking T-shirt. Loving every minute of it. But, like, we very seldomly ate leftovers because, obviously, I am a big eater.
That big.
We're just
We're going to throw this out there. Not a newsflash to
shocker, right?
So
I'm
fandom.
I'm a big eater. My brother, you know, he was 8 years in my privy. Like, he's 8 years younger than me. My dad was he's taking shit to work in the power, working at the power plant down there at the powerhouse.
Oh, yeah.
He's packing his dinner bucket down there at the powerhouse, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Mom's taking a plate to the factory, slaving away up there for Mr. Masterbrand. She's got to have her bucket, So, like, very seldomly was there leftovers, So we're fresh off the market every day.
Yeah.
Whereas my wife on the other side, her dad, God love him, everybody know Mr. J. Maxey, like make Gordon Ramsay look like a freaking fool.
Yeah.
Good Lord. I mean, that guy can freaking cook.
Yeah.
So
and I'm just going to throw this out there for our buddy Jay. He does a lot to help the show, but if he happened to find himself not very busy and was able to, I don't know, some more of that delicious meat candy.
See, he already sent us one batch.
Well, I mean, I don't want to sound greedy. Jay does a lot for the show already.
We loved every second of that. So, leftovers for my wife was probably a little bit more prominent because he was such a good cook.
Yeah.
And he would, big quantity type cooker.
Right.
Cooker man.
Yep.
That's how my kids always say, Pop is a good cooker.
He's a good cooker.
And then my daddy's a better cooker than my mommy. Justine didn't like that when the kids were little. But yeah, dude, like, my biggest last minute menu item for me would be obviously chicken nugs in the air fryer. Do you have an air fryer?
We do.
Do you smoke?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now we need to upgrade our model. So we got a little taster model.
Oh yeah. No,
That
so
was
we got
a random gift. But
we're a two. We got two. One of them's in the house and one of them's out in the garage. The one out in the garage is still in the box, but it's a bigger unit. And the one that we have, like, we live in a small house, so we lack counter space.
Yeah.
But once we do the remodel and once we upgrade, the bigger unit's coming out because it's got a window
Ooh.
and it's got like a dual purpose, it's a badass unit, man.
Yeah.
And I can't wait. Shout out Matt Noblet again. Like, I know we shout out Nobby a lot on this show.
We don't even know if he listens to the show.
He does. I know he does.
I mean, does he like us on Facebook?
Yeah,
He's on Twitter?
He's not a big socials guy. He works a lot, sales. He's got a lot going. I'm not going to go any further than that. I'm just trusting that he'll reach out one of these days.
Okay.
If you love something, you got to let it free.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it is.
I feel like you've brought a lot to that relationship.
I know. It's okay. It's okay. He's busy. But he was the one that originally introduced me to the reheating uses for an air fryer.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so the other night, once again, Holland Legion, badass chicken. Badass fried chicken, dude.
Yeah.
If you've ever had Legion fried chicken, if you haven't had Legion fried chicken, you're
missing out.
Like, it's good.
Good stuff.
Their breading, it's freaking good.
Seasoned just right.
So Justine's coming home from work. The kids are all, it's Friday. I've busted my nuts all week. 985 other excuses why I don't want to eat or cook, like I'm tired of eating chicken nuggets for the 37th time this week. We're going down to Legion. I'm doing takeout. My Justine's always, quarter dark.
Really?
Oh, yeah. She's dark. Yeah, quarter dark with German fries. She got a piece of chicken left. You throw a piece of chicken in an air fryer, whether it's 2 days, 3 days, 4 days afterwards, it's almost the same.
New.
It's brand new.
Well, they say
crispy.
like with fries. Throw your
Chicken.
fries in there.
Nobby was the pizza. You know how sometimes you get you take pizza.
Microwave pizza gets soggy.
It
yeah.
sucks. Reheating pizza in a microwave sucks.
Well, you either got to go oven.
You throw it
Oh,
in.
I always go microwave, but I expect it to be a different flavor than fresh pizza.
No, it sucks. That's what I'm saying.
I heavily pepper microwave pizza.
Why?
I get it. I mean, it's whatever.
It's like a little greasier, so the pepper sticks to it.
Well,
Kinda soaks it
see, I don't think it's much. The flavor profile doesn't really change. It's the texture and all the other qualities of your slice that
Yeah.
ruins.
How often, where are you at on cold pizza?
Love it.
I typically don't reheat pizza. I'll just
Depends
eat it
on
cold.
what kind of pizza it is. If it's a Johnny Dart pizza in a party cut style from our wonderful Gaslight Pizza and Grill,
Yeah.
I'm taking that sucker down cold.
I've never had a leftover Johnny Dart pizza. Like it never makes
Because
it
it
that
never
far.
makes it.
Like, it's never made it that
so
far.
here's a little skeleton in my closet. 95% of the time when I'd go up there and get on a big bender, I used to go up in there in the kitchen and slip the old barmaid to maybe a 40 spot. Like, I've been known to spend $40 before on a full-size 16-inch Johnny Dart pizza with extra French and banana peppers, and maybe take that baby out the back door after hours. And there's no way that I can smash that whole pizza when I get home, because usually, I'm in no condition to be walking, let alone
Eating
eating an entire pizza. And but anyway, yeah. So there's times when there's a leftover pizza, but Johnny Dart pizza is one of the few that I can eat cold. I like cold pizza. Yeah.
Almost
not bad.
anything I can eat warm, I can eat cold.
Oh yeah. And I think that's something that's a skill that I learned at the mine.
I can't really think of anything shy of soup. I don't like cold soup.
What about cold peas?
I have no problem with cold peas.
What about opening a can of peas?
Anything
what
that
about
comes in
having-
a can, I can eat cold. Like ravioli, eat straight out of the can at work.
No.
SpaghettiOs right out of the
That's
can.
it's all the same thing.
I
Love
work
it.
with a guy that eats ravioli out of the can cold because he likes it that
Yeah,
way.
that's the same way.
It makes me want to yak, dude.
If it's in a can, it's pre-cooked.
You're on the freaking. That's the profile. Here we go again. FBI,
FBI
don't listen
profiler.
because this guy is nuts. I don't know, man. I really felt like a lot of when I was looking at the show notes and I put this last minute supper ideas. I feel like a lot of people can relate to this. Hey, by the way, hit us up on the messenger boards, all of our socials, whether it's Facebook or Twitter. Let us know what your last minute supper ideas
Yeah.
are. We love
that was-
feedback. We love the feelers, the feedback on the restaurant ideas.
Oh yeah, a lot of good stuff.
You know, for the Dutchman Inn, that maybe. No, it's not happening. But if it was,
You know how
it'd
many
be
people
cool.
said, you guys, so you're opening a restaurant?
Yeah, really. I know we got a lot of
We
it.
are not opening a restaurant.
But yeah, we love those feelers. We love the incoming on the rapid fire. Keep them coming. Let us know what your last minute supper ideas are. If you're balls to the wall with basketball and you don't have time to sit down and make a nice wholesome slave away cooked dinner.
And now there's going to be plenty of people that say, well, you know it's coming, so you can meal prep and be. We don't need that.
Oh, we don't need
Ain't
that.
nobody got time for no God blessed daggum freaking meal prep.
But God bless you who do and going through the time.
Love
but
you.
Yeah.
You're good.
Those
kudos.
recipes aren't going to help.
Takes all kinds to make the
Kudos.
world.
And yes, we do have a crock pot, Justine. Yes, I do have a crock pot.
I love our crock pot.
I know.
We're
I
big
love
crock
throwing
potters.
a couple slabs of beef in there, a little French onion.
What is it?
French onion.
French onion?
No, say it again.
A little French onion?
Slabs of beef.
And French.
Onion?
How do you
soup
spell
mix?
onion?
O-N-I-O-N.
Onion.
Onion.
There's no G in the word onion.
Who said it with a G?
Yeah.
Listen to Casey say French onion.
French onion?
No, say it right.
French onion?
You
Oh,
see it?
I heard it.
You see it? Yeah.
We're critical about this.
Oh, I work with the
Yeah.
guy. I work with the guy that says the same way, and I'm like, hey, how do you spell onion? O-N-I-O-N. There's no freaking G
Onion.
in the word onion. It's not onion.
Yeah, but you
I
said it
think
with
I
a little
broke
bit
my
of a G.
pinion gear.
Hey, that's my opinion.
Can we talk about something real quick
Go
since you
ahead.
brought up basketball?
Go ahead.
One of us at the table didn't realize that Teddy Hoops was involved with his basketball as much as he was. And
Yeah,
that
I
just
just
blew
said
my
it.
mind.
I think Smoker just thought he was like a hula hoop champion or some shit.
No
I'm
idea
not
who
calling
that
you out,
was.
Smoke.
No, that's fine.
But when I saw that today, I was like,
Yeah, so we got this group text. We got the thruple. The thruple, we've got this badass group thread. And Smoke sends out this message. He goes, "Wow. I never put two and two together and realized the reason you guys called Teddy Hoops is because he's a basketball coach."
Yeah, well, what the hell, you know?
yeah. So shout out Teddy Hoops. I don't know if he's
Hey,
a
good to
friend
meet
of
you,
the
buddy.
program.
That's right.
Maybe he is. Hopefully he is. So my second topic, as we get into the end of the year, by the time the
Man,
good folks hear
one's
this,
tough.
I know. And
It's
we
tough.
don't do a lot of these kind of topics.
It's yeah.
A little sentimental, but I wanted to know, and I was wondering about what would be some of your guys' highlights of 2022.
I got one real big one, but I don't want to go first.
Bucky's?
Well, no. Well, yeah. Beaver nuggets. Yeah, there's another Mama Mace.
Yeah.
She brought us the beaver nuggets.
Yeah.
So 2022's been a crazy one. I got a new
Oh, yeah.
position that I've been work.
Hell
That's
yeah.
One I had my eye
Climbing
on.
the corporate ladder.
That's right. Rung by rung.
Yeah.
But happy to get that. It's been a crazy year, and this is maybe a sensitive topic, so I'm going to tread lightly. But I feel like I got to bring it up.
Okay.
There was a real interesting day this year due to a mix-up of nicknames. All right.
Oh, yes.
That was
yes.
the craziest morning
Yeah.
I think I've ever
Okay.
had.
You want me to go into it?
Yeah, and like I said, I don't know. I feel like it's. I don't want to
Well-
come off as what's the word? Like
No, I'll say it.
insensitive to
No,
one
I'll
or the
say
other.
it because it was an absolute tragedy.
Yeah.
Yes,
It was a horrible day.
Horrible situation.
David's last name is Smoker. This lounge that we're sitting in
Smoker's Lounge.
is Smoker's Lounge. Some people in our social circle that live on this side of the country call David Smoke.
Yeah.
Instead of the ER, they just leave it off and call him Smoke. There's some people on this side of the world that, on this end of the county, that only know David as Smoke.
Yeah.
All of us, we know him as Smoker. There was another individual, God rest his soul,
Amen.
loved every minute of him. I miss him like a brother. He passed away
Too young.
way too young.
For sure.
Tragic heart attack. I'm probably going to choke up talking about it because he was one of my best. I loved him every minute of him. But he passed away, and his nickname was Smoke.
Yeah.
I was the individual that passed away was a very avid member of the Overtime crew. The Overtime was a bar and restaurant in Huntingburg, Indiana. I was a staple for Huntingburg 4th Street for years. And Smoke had a motorcycle, and he was a hardcore Harley biker like all of us, and we went to the bike rallies and we rode the poker runs, and he was one of the guys, and I was talking to another person that used to frequent the Overtime, and I said, hey, I didn't know if you knew it or not, but unfortunately and tragically, one of our best buddies, Smoke, passed away. And they thought that I was talking about my best buddy, David Smoker. Unbeknownst to them, it was another individual who was actually the one that had passed.
Yeah.
And David, then, so I prefaced it, so now you can go ahead and carry on now that we know what's going on.
So I'm at work that day and get a weird text message from somebody. Hey, are you there? Or something, just out of nowhere. I'm like, yeah, what's up? And got a really surprised text back. And then a phone call.
Oh, God.
And he's like, hey, word on the street is I thought that you died. I'm like, well, no, I definitely am still here.
Like, no, I'm talking to you. Like, I'm at work right now.
I was like, but yeah, no big deal, man. Yeah, I'm good. But then I get another call from an old neighbor back here. Smoker boy, you answered your phone. I said, yeah, I answered my phone. I knew it was, only the good die young. I knew you was too mean to die. I said, okay, I appreciate it.
Oh, man.
From Uncle Bob.
Yeah. But so now I'm like, holy Moses. Folks think, like, this isn't an isolated incident, folks.
Yeah.
So I try to call my wife because she's at work.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is all I need because this is a small community. That's
all
that happened. I'm like, that's all I need is
exactly
my kids to hear at school.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, and that would have been devastating.
I head up to my boss's office, and at my time, this is before the new position happened, and I'm in there telling him, I was like, man, I might have to go. I said, this is going to sound crazy. I said, but I think there's like been a misunderstanding and folks thinking I'm not here anymore. And he's like, what?
Yeah.
And I shit you not, as soon as I finished that sentence, his boss, my now boss, comes in quickly into the office.
Not like borderline barging in.
He says, hey, and he looks at me and he does this. And
oh, my God.
And I said, did you hear I died too? And he went, I was just come to tell Chad you wouldn't be in today.
My
well, I'll leave.
God.
But I don't know that if I'll ever forget that. And it was, to tell you the truth, it was, I think humbling's the word, because I think everybody wonders, well, shit, is anyone going to show up if I keel over?
Yeah.
I think we'll have the barn burner.
You'll be there.
But yeah, so I don't know.
I'll make damn sure that there's people there, Dave.
And I know that's probably not what you was thinking of with the highlights of the 2022, but like that, it was the craziest.
Fried chicken and everything.
That was the craziest thing ever. And then my grandma, my dad's mom, heard about it.
Yeah.
And she was like, really? I said, yeah. She's like, that same thing happened to your dad.
Oh, my.
Oh, my God.
Somebody apparently printed his obituary back before the Robert there. But I bet I wouldn't put it past old Robert Smoker that he printed his own obituary to get out of a test or something. Grandma just never caught on. But yeah, so that's a new job and that whole deal. That was like I say, a humbling thing. But that was my 2022, and then we start, a up and coming podcast. But I thought we were just going to be drinking beers.
Let's go.
So come on, 2023.
The best freaking Thursday night ritual we've got.
That's right.
Except for when we film on a Wednesday.
Except for when we
record.
Film record.
So do you want to wait yet, or you want me to go?
You can go. I'll go last.
I guess I got a few things. I gave away $1,000.
Yeah, you did.
Which sounds crazy, but some of you may know, some of you may not, and we'll talk about it someday. But we started a scholarship for in honor of my mother, and this year we were able to give away a $1,000 scholarship, and it was crazy because in true fashion, you get up there and they did a little scholarship thing, and I'm a public speaker. Like I have no
real good at it.
Yeah, I have no qualms with it. And
thank you, Mr. Yonker.
Yeah, I do owe a lot of credit to Keith Yonker.
I do too. I love Keith Yonker. Keith Yonker, if you're listening, you're still to this day reigning
favorite teacher.
number one favorite teacher.
And so I get up there and I just at the moment just the only thing I could think about was cracking a joke, and I said, "Shit, my mom would kill me if I'm up here," because she wouldn't want the notoriety.
Oh yeah,
very humble, very private.
Definitely.
I mean, when Mom was sick, like
I didn't know.
When she passed away, there was people that were like, "We didn't know," and it's like she didn't want anybody to know.
She didn't want you to know.
No, and so and then I said I really wanted to give away stacks of cash, and they frowned upon that, and I wanted to do a big check, but it was cool, and we were able to do that, and we put on a youth golf tournament with the help of Teddy Hoops,
banger,
which is really confusing for you now because you're like, oh, he's a golf guy too.
Yeah, that's mainly the stories I heard about. Was
he's a big golf guy,
golf guy, which we plan on as Dutchmen. We plan on spending a lot of time at H-Track this spring.
Yeah, good.
Too.
I got to.
So, and we've got the second year of that coming up, but so that was the big thing, kind of getting her foundation off the ground, and scholarships. And this year we just had our annual meeting, and we're doing a scholarship for a Southridge kid because we graduated from Southridge, and that's where we went to school. And,
Raider Nation. And
but we're offering one up to all the other county schools, so there'll be one participant selected. So we've been very fortunate with that. So
that's awesome, man.
Probably the biggest highlight.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah,
I'm proud of you for doing that.
And my wife says you got to let other people help you, but for me, it's what I want to do, and I can do it.
Yeah.
I think the second biggest highlight is obviously it's no secret. If you're hearing this on the 30th, we're probably
6 days,
less than that. 4 days, 3 days, 3 days away from hopefully welcoming a healthy, happy baby boy Lindemann into the world.
Number 4.
This will be number 3.
3.
Yeah, number 3.
4 days, number 3.
I didn't tell Janelle about the other one.
Oh,
shit. And there's that rumor mill.
Yeah, there's that rumor mill.
There wasn't no bigger than a squirrel.
So baby boy coming into the world is exciting.
I can't wait to learn his name.
Yeah, and that's true. So
you got it?
Oh, yeah.
See, that's what, like for me my last child, sweet Eleanor Jane, like we kept it a secret. No, we didn't know what she was, her gender, until she was born. Like we did not, through the whole ultrasound process and all that stuff, like we said, we don't want to know. Like for the twins, we found out their gender early.
Well, some of that is just
because we had freaking twins coming and we had to prepare.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because there's only so many gender neutral things that you can buy.
Yeah.
At Babies R Us, So with Eleanor, when she came out, we had 2 names. We had a girl name and a boy name.
Yep.
And both of them, I feel like, were very meaningful and strong names. And I think, like, naming a child to me is like.
We hold on to that.
Okay.
Because I think that's a good future topic.
All right.
Because I've got a good story with Zoe, and then because we didn't find out with Zoe.
Oh yeah.
We didn't find out sex with Zoe, and then with Ryan we did.
Yeah.
And then with this new one.
Put that in the wallet, Dave.
Yeah.
Put
that in the wallet. I'm not texting anybody. Sorry for the rudeness. We got to write down a good.
Put that
so that's a big highlight, and I'm always nervous about it because there's not a whole lot I do.
No.
I did my part for probably maybe a minute and a half.
Whoa, yeah. Minute and a half. Who's this guy?
Yeah.
I'll give you
Call me Hollywood.
$1,000 for 37 seconds.
Yeah. But, I think obviously this is a highlight, doing this and the fans' reaction to it. But, I think a big highlight, and this is comes from just kind of not being sad and sappy and, is just getting to be able to grow old for another year. it's a highlight.
Oh yeah.
You know, there's a lot of people that don't get to,
That's
or
right.
something happens, or
Yeah.
you know, we've had some tragedy in our community, and
Definitely.
couldn't imagine it. It makes me physically sick to think about it.
Yeah.
But I think that's a highlight every year, getting another year of birthdays and another
Yeah.
year of anniversaries
Yeah.
and another year of
52 episodes of the Wandering Dutchman.
yeah. So I think that's mine. So, and I felt like, you know, this is an end of year show kind
You
of.
ready for mine?
I don't know. You're way too excited about
No, it's not bad. It's actually it has nothing to do with me.
All right.
It has nothing to do with me. This is the ultimate shout out. I don't give her much credit. And she's not an avid listener of the show. You know where I'm going?
I know where you're going.
Yeah. My wife upped her level of badassery
this. Yeah.
in the world of nursing. My 2022 highlight was watching my wife. I got you.
Thanks, buddy. I don't mean to interrupt this.
Watching my wife get to graduate with honors from nurse practitioner school
Yeah.
and achieve her master's in nursing and get her family nurse practitioner degree.
Hell yeah.
She
That's cool.
worked her proverbial balls off. You know, full-time job, four kids, one adult and three small children. You know, working full-time.
Yeah.
Part of it on night shift.
Yeah.
And then going to clinicals for 8 days a week that are not paid, trying to get bills due, get bills paid, you know, running her nuts off. She doesn't have nuts. I've made ball references 3 times
Made
People
now.
are
ball
gonna be in the
contact at
wonder.
least one
Lots of lot of balls. Here we go, balls.
balls.
How many times can you say balls? Casey, say balls one time.
Balls.
Okay, lot of she literally worked her nuts off, and
just can't stay
I
away from
can't. I don't know how else to say it. I
No,
don't
you're
know.
good shape. Good shape.
But it has helped our family. Like the sacrifices, man, this is
no,
tough.
but here's what it
I'm
is.
not getting ready to choke up, but I might. But the level of sacrifice that she's made for us and our kids and our family and the future, you know, we had to do a lot of things different than we did
Yeah.
in order for this to happen, and as 2022 as a whole, you know, our kids go to the next grade, you know, Maxwell trying basketball for the first time, you know, Evelyn getting to play on this, you know, elite travel softball team and making new memories with that, you know, Eleanor learning how to read, you know, and then literally liking to read.
Yeah.
You know, picking up a Junie B. Jones book and sitting down by herself and reading.
Just reading. It's
a
cool.
book as a first grader. You know, like all these things are highlights, and I know a lot of other parents that are listening to this
Yeah.
show.
And we've got a ton. If
Yeah.
you're listening to this right now and you're
Yeah.
sitting there thinking about your
oh
2022,
God, you guys are freaking
It's
living
sappy.
under a rock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What are you talking about? But I think when we get older. Since these things that we're talking about right now, they will live in the internet forever.
that's a scary thought.
That is a scary thought that we can look back.
You know, I just,
Hey, listen, come here, boy. Let me show you something here on my iPhone 8 that's 35 years old here once. You know, here, you little sucker, whippersnappers, let me show you something. You know, and we look back at this crap, and you know, people always want to talk about simpler times.
Yeah.
oh, I'm big about that.
Oh, man, if you could go, we even had that topic, you know,
Yeah.
if you could go back in time, when would you go?
Well, I think
and it's
that was on the unaired episode,
Oh.
and we might keep that unaired.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that topic because I think that's a good topic
It
for
is a
everybody
good
to hear.
topic. But I just think, you know,
It is what you make it.
yeah, home is where you make it.
Yeah.
Everybody knows
That's
that.
cool, man.
Goddamn,
That's
boy,
cool.
everybody know that. But what I'm saying is I like as you know, 2022 as a whole, just that whole relief of her being done with school and getting a job, like she is legitimately a nurse practitioner.
Yeah.
And I have outkicked my coverage, and it just
That's for sure.
solidifies that
all of us dummies sitting here have outkicked our coverage.
It solidifies that point even
Yeah.
more. And like it just, life is good, man.
I think when you
Life is good.
and I'll tell you something, and it's cool because our scholarship fund that we do, my mom,
She was a nurse practitioner.
yeah. So she was one of the first in the county.
Yeah.
And she did it very much the same way. She got her RN. Back in the day, you went and got a 2-year nursing degree.
Yeah.
And she was at Vincennes, class of like 70. You should know that number. But I mean,
Wow.
70-something. And then, worked like that. And then she, next thing you know, was getting her bachelor's of science in nursing. She got her master's.
She was a badass, by the way.
She got her
For
master's.
any of you out there listening in listener land, all you
Yeah.
wanderers, if you weren't fortunate enough to know Miss Mary Lindemann, she was a badass.
Well, I appreciate that.
No, she totally was.
She got her master's while she was pregnant with me. So that was 1987. Pregnant with me. She had just graduated.
OG, the real OG.
Well, but I mean, you're talking about Justine like that. And I think
Yeah.
it's such a good example for like your kids. And I want our kids to realize how hard mom and dad work to,
Oh, yeah.
like, it might be easy street and we've worked hard to get what we've got.
They were called silver spoons in the mine.
Yeah.
Like if you were a silver spoon.
Yeah.
You were born with a
I don't
silver
want my
spoon in your
kids
mouth.
to ever forget what it is to have a work ethic. And I was blessed. This is probably a different topic for a different day, but it goes to that
That's what I love.
highlight.
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah, that's the beauty of
That's
it.
the beauty
But it
of
goes to that highlight. I had a father that graduated high school.
Yeah, and went
That
straight
probably
to work, boys.
Worked. He
Strap them up.
worked for 60 years.
Yeah.
And I had a mother who believed in education and but she believed in working to get that education. And I think it's just a lot of people lose out on that day.
Yep.
And I think like a lot of it is they think that you get to that position because it just happened.
Oh, hey, real quick.
Yeah.
I'm ready to switch gears. Can I tell you one more highlight?
Yeah.
Smoker and I got pools.
Hell yeah. God, that was a shit show.
That just jumped in on my lap, man. Like I'm just sitting here listening to you talk about how big of a badass your mom is. And then I just like,
Did you get a pool?
and then I just think to myself, oh shit, we got swimming pools now, man.
Mary Lindemann never bought us a pool. But that's okay.
No, but hey, she would have if she wanted to.
Yeah.
But guess what? Me and Smoke Dog, we got pools, bro. We got swimming pools. Like mine's an Intex or like a Coleman, I
think the last time I looked at your pool, it was green. And
it sometimes looks like pea soup.
Yeah.
But Smoke's pool is legit.
Well,
Like it's a legit.
He's anal about those kind of things.
Yeah.
He-
Not the
That
only
was a
thing.
chore.
He scrubs and cleans that pool.
I had something to do with that.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I definitely had to help out. That was one of those DIY projects for shit. We're gonna have to call in the backup.
Hey, I still remember him calling. He said, "Hey, here's the deal.
Yeah.
I ordered this here swimming pool, and I believe my fat ass is going to be floating in this baby by Memorial Day."
Yep.
And I looked at Smoke, and I'm like, well, if you're going to put that son of a bitch where you want to put it at, we'll be lucky to be floating in there by 4th of July.
We made it by 4th of
Hell
July,
yeah,
but
we
just by the
did.
hair
Hair
of
of
my
our
chin.
chin.
But
Hell yeah.
wrapping it up, you wanderers out there,
Yeah.
comment below.
Let
What's
us
your
know.
highlight of 2022?
Yeah.
Even cut it in a little video. If you got a couple of cheers you want to throw out there,
Oh,
put it out
yeah.
there. If it's take some pictures of you celebrating New Year's Eve, post them on there. We are big celebrate life people on this
Yeah,
podcast.
dude. We're all
We've
about
all
that.
had
Too short
something.
not to.
We've all had
right.
something in our lives that make us appreciate it even
YOLO,
more. So,
dog. YOLO.
shit. Well, I wouldn't go that far.
I would.
Why not?
That's what the kid slang there. Like,
Well, I mean,
we're a hit
We're
podcast.
trying to hit. We're
Well,
trying
nobody
to
lives
connect.
twice, I don't think.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like yo,
Yodo.
Yoda.
Yoto.
Yoldo.
Yoto.
Yolady. Number 3.
Yeah, you topic swiping son of a. Go ahead.
Oh,
I had mine.
this
in
is
there
a
first.
first.
He did it first.
So a little background story. How we do this is we've got a working document
right there.
that show notes we call them,
Production
and
notes.
you guys in listener land would be surprised, but our buddy Mace is a big I want to be prepared guy.
That's right. I got to have prep.
And he does, and I drive him nuts because I do it like at the
tried
last
this
possible minute.
unprepared one time.
Yes.
And it was
that's
6
not
hours.
suited to
7
see
hours
daylight.
of just drunkardness, and it
Yeah.
didn't work good.
It was tough.
Yeah.
So we do show notes, and today there was a topic that was wanted to be shared by both individuals
Yeah.
for the first time.
Yeah, had a
And
first double up.
and I made the sacrifice.
Yeah.
And I let
Because
Smoke
you made
Dog.
it second.
Yeah. 'Cause
So
Mine was there first.
it all works out,
freaking
though.
passive aggressive.
Yeah.
'Because you were second.
Yeah,
And
that's
snooze, you lose, sucker.
yeah. But this
All
is
right. Good, David. Let's hear your topic.
yeah.
Our topic today,
Our topic.
New Year's traditions. What you guys
This
got?
is
What are
big
you
for
doing?
me.
What are
This
you
was
doing?
big in the
Are you
Masner
big
house.
New Year's guy?
Yeah, this was huge in the Masner house. Like,
We're
it was a legit thing.
We're not.
Really? Oh, yeah.
We just
New Year's Day was a deal. Like, it was not a deal. Because obviously, like, when I became of drinking age and my brother became of drinking age, like, we were hungover as shit, laying ass around, not doing anything, watching TV. There's no work because nobody works on New Year's Day
yeah.
in our blue collar world. And it's like we're hanging out watching TV, and there were a few things that were absolutely 100% required of you that day, and that was it. You want to know what they are?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, maybe you guys should go first.
No.
You already built it up.
Yeah,
I'm
you
already
already
too
built it
committed.
up. I'm edging right now.
Edging?
Or on the edge.
Oh.
Oh.
Do you know what the act of
Yeah.
edging is?
Yeah.
I can't do it. I have no control.
All right. So, New Year's Day traditions.
In the Masner household, number one, we were always eating cooked cabbage.
Yeah.
You got to eat cooked cabbage, whether it be one bite or 1 gallon.
Yeah. You eat it.
Mom used to have this big ass pot full of cooked cabbage and ham hocks in there,
Yep.
and you had to eat cooked cabbage because
It's like Lucky or something. Or
Money.
brings money.
It's for wealth.
cabbage. Got to make it.
Are you gonna go through the other two?
What? Black eyed peas.
And
Shit. Black eyed peas, cooked cabbage, and
you said it with the ham hocks, pork.
pork. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We always
You don't know anything about this, do
living
you?
high on the hog.
You
Cultured
Cultured
swine.
Yeah.
yeah.
So here's the
Call me
thing.
that at work.
I literally forgot that step
yeah.
because I didn't really. Okay, Mom always had this big ass pot of cooked cabbage with ham in it.
Yeah.
Also, she's a huge. So up until about 2 years ago, 3,
Yeah.
me and my dad and my brother had, like, my dad always used to have these little master built cabinet smokers, you know,
Yeah.
that you had the water pan and the wood
Yep,
chips
yep,
and all
yep,
that
yep,
jazz. And then we went to like the Green Mountain Squad, you know, the GMGs, like that's where we're at now.
Yeah.
But like before that, before we had any of that shit, my mom would make a pork butt in a roaster.
Oh.
The Nesco roaster.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? So we got the Nesco roaster. So we had pulled pork
yeah.
in a Nesco roaster and cooked cabbage. So that's exactly right.
So, well, because it's funny you say that. The one is cabbage of some form,
Yeah.
whatever it may be.
Yeah. It was always boiled in our house.
We always cook cabbage. I
Yeah.
slice it up, put it in like
Oh.
aluminum foil with a little bacon, and then like a campfire potatoes kind of situation.
Hey, you want to know something even better than that?
Yeah.
My cousin Ori, shout out OJ. When Justine was in college, and then like he had a girlfriend and stuff, and we were all the same age. We used to go camping up in
Yeah.
Brown County, like we did a few times, maybe only once.
I just
but
saw
it's-
where Brown County State Park was like the 6th most prettiest in the country.
It's awesome in the fall time. For all you Leaf watchers who've never been to Nashville, Indiana, you should check it out. It's
Yeah.
freaking beautiful.
Nashville's a nice little quaint town.
But
too.
anyway, so Ori showed me this thing where we took a head of cabbage and cored it out.
Yeah.
1 stick of butter,
Yeah.
1 bratwurst, and a half a can of your favorite light beer. and you dump it in that core, wrap it in foil, and then just set that baby on the fire. Season the
Interesting.
piss out of the outside.
Yeah.
But just kind of, like, you get your foil, and then you kind of wrap that thing up and let that shit go. And the fat from that brat and the butter would marry together and make its way into the cabbage, dude. I love cabbage.
We always have
Cabbage doesn't like me, but I like cabbage.
I just like chop up some potatoes and like gosh dang it,
He's
smoked
talking
sausage.
about like a hoagie pack.
Well, no. Like on New Year's Day, take a cabbage and I'll chop it up.
Yeah,
Take a package of smoked sausage and chop it up.
yeah,
And then some taters and just throw them on the skillet or on the Blackstone, I guess this year. But
yeah.
that's as fancy as I go with my cabbage. Like it a lot, but it's
Yeah.
You
near as
do eat cabbage.
yeah.
So it's health, wealth, and happiness.
Yeah.
That's what it's always been for.
Oh,
So
dang.
wealth would be the cabbage.
Happiness is happy as a hog and slop, I'd say.
Yeah, happy
And
is
then the black-eyed peas is the luck.
You didn't say anything about luck. You said health,
health,
wealth, and
and
happiness.
I think that's what I pray for every night. I think there's luck.
Oh,
There's luck.
You don't know what you pray for every night?
No, it changes every once in a while.
Well, good.
I like to mix it up for God every now and then. Gotta keep him on his toes.
We about had beer spit number 2.
oh boy.
But it's for good luck. The black-eyed peas are for good luck. The cabbage is... I thought cabbage was for health. And then the pork was for happiness. Happy as a hog.
I would
Yeah.
assume happy as a hog, cabbage is money, and I don't know why black-eyed peas would be
It's
health.
for good luck. Black-eyed
good
peas
luck.
for good luck. Good luck, health.
Happiness.
You want to know what Google says?
What?
I'm wrong.
No, it just says, why do people eat black-eyed peas on New Year's? In the southern United States, eating black-eyed peas or Hoppin' John, a traditional soul food on New Year's Eve, is thought to bring prosperity in the new year.
So luck.
prosperity?
Yeah.
Is prosperity
Prosperity
mean
and
luck?
luck are
Prosperous, yeah.
synonyms.
Huh?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Okay.
Sounds awful confident over there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't mean to, but this is the same guy that mixed up the Mayflower and the Nina and the Pinta and the Santa Maria. So
He's not wrong.
So as I look through the list of synonyms,
You don't see prosperity?
I do. I mean, like prosperity is the word. It's the
Oh, you
noun.
don't see luck.
I don't.
Well,
I'm
Wealth, success, profitability, affluence, riches, opulence, the good life, fortune, ease, plenty, welfare,
So let's go to
comfort,
the,
security, well-being, luxury, life, luxury.
okay. We get.
let's go to the Wanderers.
Yeah,
What do you think the black-eyed peas are for?
yeah. Or
On
what
New
do you eat on New Year's Day?
So your tradition is only that meal because it's been like that for us forever.
Yeah.
We've always that's the
Well, it was go to mom's,
and
or if you can't go to mom's because you're too drag ass tired and hungover, or the kids are being shits and or the weather's crappy or whatever, I'm gonna and luckily for me, I'm able to. I mean, I could walk, but that's
a haul.
it's kind of a hike. I mean,
I've
maybe-
made the walk from 1025 from the Holland Legion one night because we don't condone drinking and driving.
That's right.
Um,
That's a hike.
Lots
it
of
is.
hills. Lots of hills.
Well, and
Well,
especially
it is hilly.
especially because I did it on 161.
Oh, I think it'd be
so
hillier.
that'd
to-
be easier that way. If
yeah,
you're going
hillier
out-
would be going
if you're
like
going
out
out
towards
Fifth
Dave's
Street.
Guns Club.
Yeah.
Yeah, going
Anyways,
out,
Red Bull and
fast.
vodka that night. I didn't have wings, but my legs worked pretty well.
Really good.
Yeah.
No, so if I, one way or another, I'm going to mom's to get a bowl of cabbage, and
Yeah.
and the kids absolutely hate it, hate every minute of it.
So in
But
our
I'll be
household,
damned. I'll be damned if they're
damned.
not putting a bite in.
Yeah. So my mom and I were big cabbage fans.
You get your phone on landscape mode when it's on the.
What is this really what we're
Sorry,
doing?
I
right now?
just-
Oh my
Smoker's
god.
got ADD when it comes
Yeah.
to tech. He's a tech.
So
Tech-
mom
tech
was a big
nerd.
cabbage person. I am. Dad can't. I don't know if the other two
it gives you the
Dude.
screaming farts the next day. Man.
could possibly lead to that.
Cabbage will freaking light.
But
me
we'll do
up.
the
Oh, I'm
pork.
excited
We'll do
for
the pork in
cabbage,
different styles. Like I might do like a pork loin.
Yeah,
We've done some butts before.
Yeah.
Or even just a regular old ham.
pork butts drive me nuts.
Yeah. So, but But then it's kind of like watch football because there's some good football.
There is.
There's some
It's
good
a
bowl
big
games.
lounge day for me.
Yeah,
For us.
Not getting too excited.
No way, man.
That's probably it for me.
Yeah.
So I never really, growing up, we didn't have a huge, I mean, you watch a ball drop or something, but we never did anything. I feel like we weren't super social if it wasn't a 4-H event.
Yeah,
I would
guys
never
are big
guess you not.
hermits. Big
And,
hermits. I could never
You're not
thought
being
that.
super social.
But
Yeah.
we moved down here to Holland, and then it seemed like for the first few years, I guess I should preface this. My lovely bride and I, our wedding anniversary is December 31st.
Oh.
So New Year's Eve is our
I've
wedding
been to some New
anniversary.
Year's Eve weddings, and they were freaking bangers, dude.
So,
because you roll, you're rolling through to midnight.
Yeah.
right. So it seemed like the first few years in
Courthouse is
Brazil,
open
we
on New
do.
Year's Eve?
Yeah, until like 7.
Oh, but yeah.
No. Oh, hold on. Pump the brakes here. They're open a normal working schedule if they're not.
Yeah, it was probably 4. I said 7. It was probably 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
I bet ours is closed. New
Judge
Year's Eve.
Akers? I think it was Judge Akers that hitched us up. At any rate, that just doesn't
Nonetheless.
Nonetheless, so we moved down here to Holland, and I think we're always kind of like, oh, what are we going to do? We should do something. Well, we moved down here, and something I'd never heard of in my life before until we moved here was tree hopping.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
it
That's a
seemed like
blast.
New Year's Eve, we did some tree hopping for a couple years.
Now, most of the time, people in my social circle, they usually tree hop like pre-Christmas.
Yeah. That's most
Maybe
of
we
my-
just lucked into it when we moved down. And it just happened, but it was like after Christmas. We did New Year's at least 1 year, if not 2.
I think
I'll be damned.
our New Year's Eve has always been because you're kind of going to the New Year's Eve there,
Yeah.
but it's part of it. We've always been like a dinner, and then we've been down at the Holland Legion. Like
that'll be a good time.
the Holland Legion on New Year's Eve is.
Well, we had a party at my house that one New Year's Eve. Were you there?
I don't think so.
when was this?
That's a few years ago. We played that big mouth game where they had the.
I don't think I was invited.
Yeah, you were totally there. I know you were because I don't even think you guys had Zoe yet. And yeah, we were down there. And the Noblets came over. We played euchre. There was all kinds of people down there. You were there for sure. I know you were because we were playing euchre.
Yeah.
And you were making.
That would have had to been
because you were making fun of me because I had no clue how to play it, and we were all just shit drunk. and
making
having a good
fun
time.
is that's a strong. I mean,
Poking fun.
Yeah.
Or
I don't like the
But the last few years,
Okay, David, go ahead.
we since the kids are old enough to kind of for us
Thank
to
you
leave
for
them alone,
enjoying the
Thanks.
Casey and May show.
yeah.
we Jen and I started going to Nashville with some friends for New Year's
Oh,
Eve
I
weekend.
bet that's a shit show.
Now we couldn't go 2 years ago. I believe that one was because
Thanks,
of the
Uncle
bombing.
COVID.
No, the bombing.
What? What?
Oh, they had that bombing down there by the
guy
courthouse.
blew up the van next
Oh,
Yeah.
to the. So we stayed away from there because we thought that might because it was like a week before.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Last year we had sick kids, I believe, and we didn't know it to be COVID, but we didn't know it not to be, so we didn't want to like pass it on to
Yeah.
whoever was watching them. But this year, 2022, I got a half day of work on Friday the 30th. Me and the missus are heading down there to Nashville to do the Broadway.
Experienzo.
Oh, man. AJ's Good Time Bar, third floor karaoke. I normally wear that out at least one night, if not both. And then I'm telling you what.
We're at the karaoke. 7 Spanish angels.
You guys go
Hey,
ahead.
hey,
Hey, anybody going to be in Nashville, you just
I
hit
was
me
saying
up.
Spanish angels. My name is David Smoker.
Put another one in the ground.
But I don't do shit on New Year's Day because I'm normally recovering from New Year's Eve.
Right. Wow.
It's changed. Like
What would it take? What would it take to ditch those Nashville plans and have an absolute open door Wanderer Rager?
I think it's not going to
Whether
happen
it
this
be
year, but we can plan it for next year.
but like coming up sometime
Oh, for sure.
out at 1025 Land or
yeah,
here at the lounge or somewhere. We should have. Well, tell
Easy.
us what we should have. We should have a banger. That's what I think we should have. David's never been he's never been a big Du Bois County party guy, fried chicken and beer drinking type deal. Maybe we'll just rent out some venue somewhere and just have an absolute knockdown drag out.
How about
Open
this?
door. Go ahead.
How about we do this? When we hit the 1 year anniversary mark,
Yeah. 1 year.
we plan a shindig.
Yeah.
And we will do the classic Du Bois County chicken and beer.
Amen.
And we will sit at a head table with our lovely brides.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
like that.
people can come in
And revel
and
revel in our
yeah,
glory.
and
Draw my
hang out and have a party
Yeah.
and enjoy it.
That's right.
We'll take sponsorships for
Hell
that.
yeah, we will. Catering by Meyer, you're going to cook the chicken.
Yeah,
Hope you know
That's
that.
right.
Yeah, we love that. So,
Well,
We'd have to buy the booze.
anything else on
I'm ready for rapid fire.
Oh,
dude. Let's
you
get
are a
this
big
fucking-
rapid fire
This is
guy.
coming, and I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Fellow city employee.
Oh,
Here she comes.
hey, by the way, this is back-to-back week. Female fan
Yeah.
of the show.
We love the female.
Lives down on our neck of the
Big
woods
fan
on
of females.
1025. Lives down on 1025. I've
She
actually,
does not live on 1025.
I said down by.
Okay.
Down
well,
by.
No, we're pretty factual.
Yeah.
We're pretty fact-driven
Yeah, we
show
are.
here.
We want to be accurate. Don't want to be fact-checked. I've actually known this girl for a very long time, as we were neighbors growing up.
Childhood neighbors.
Some would know her as Kelsey Salmon, but she is an Ernie. So Kelsey Ernie, big fan of the show. Shout out to you, Kelsey.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Kels dog.
We appreciate it. She sent some good rapid fire
Bangers,
questions
dude.
in.
Bangers. Like really good ones.
Really excited about it. First one, text or talk?
Okay.
I feel like I need some context.
No way.
Do you prefer to talk or text?
No. General day conversation. You need to ask a question.
Text.
Okay.
Text.
My wife gives me so much shit. I am so much a talker.
I am on the
I'm
phone
calling you.
all the time.
No, I'm calling you.
And
It pisses me off. It pisses me off that, like you, I mean, I'll be honest with you. You don't answer the phone much, and I don't like it. Because you're a busy guy.
I am almost always answer a phone. unless
No,
I'm in a
you
meeting.
will. You will.
But I don't always respond with, hey, in a meeting, call you back.
Yes.
Here's the bad thing about me when it comes to that, and I will be hands up, like this is on me, hands up.
Yep.
And my dad can attest to it. I don't know if he watches the show. He's asked about it, but I don't know if he watches. Hands up, I will attest to the fact that my phone is on silent about 98%
yeah.
of the time.
Yep.
I'll miss it, and
Yeah.
then it just.
It may be a while.
Yeah.
It's not a priority because you got other things going on.
Well, that's not true. You're always a priority to me, buddy.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I just
Hey, so this is rapid fire.
Yeah, it is
I'm
rapid fire.
talk.
text.
Talk, text. Next.
On a scale of 1 to 10, assuming 1 is bad and 10 is the best, how good at you are keeping secrets?
Knowing my previous reputation, I'm a solid 3.5.
That is probably a little high for you.
I'd like to think I'm a good 9. Yeah, I think I'm a good 9.
If you're going to commit murder, don't ask me to help.
I'm a 10 for sure because I keep secrets for a living.
You do.
Yeah. So I know where some bodies are buried. Morning person or night owl?
Night owl.
Night owl.
I'm a night owl too. No way.
We all know that.
I've been telling my wife.
Well, but see, when I think of me compared
Yeah, but
to
you say a
I'm
night owl,
morning
you're-
person.
yeah. You're
no,
the
me
guy-
and you are night owls.
Yeah,
bro.
for sure. Yeah. You're a morning person.
Yeah, like
Grandpa Smoke.
Yeah.
He's a morning coffee guy. Remember when he was talking about coffee and the birds chirping?
Yeah.
I'm freaking sawing logs till noon
Yeah.
if I can.
Yeah, that's
I
the-
don't like to mix days too. The podcast is making it bad. We're going to mix a day now, and what I mean by that is, like, I feel like nothing ever good comes after midnight.
Bull butter.
Says the guy that we've set out here till 3 in the morning.
Bull
blaring-
Our
butter.
friendship has
Tunes.
really been changing my whole life.
I love it, though. I love it.
Cake or pie?
Cake.
Pie.
Ooh, I am torn on this,
Pie.
but I think I gotta agree.
Yeah.
I think I gotta agree on that.
We're big pro pies around here. You know why? Because I'm a pie baker, man.
Yeah, oh yeah, Yeah, you are a pie guy.
Oh yeah,
Remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Bread or potatoes?
Now, see,
I don't know how you can have one without the other.
Kelsey.
Uh-oh.
Like, does that mean we're dying on an island and we can only have one or the other?
I think it means whatever you want it to be.
Bread.
I was going to say, because here's the deal. There's plenty of instances
Ain't
I
never
would
had
have.
no damn potato sandwich.
Well,
Unless it was potato bread growing up.
there's a million instances of me having bread without potatoes, but there's probably very few instances of me having potatoes without bread.
And see, I don't get that. There's
Dinner roll with your mashed potatoes.
No.
no.
Really?
Yeah.
9 times out of 10. I mean, I'm not eating like active. This is rapid fire. I'm bread. I'm bread.
Yeah, it's bread. I'm bread too. What's something you could eat for a week straight?
Hot wings.
Pizza.
Come on, baby. Shoot from the hip.
I don't know. Because honestly, I could probably eat cheeseburgers. Like, you go
Yeah.
through Wendy's and get like a
Solid.
junior bacon cheeseburger.
Solid.
I could eat those for a week.
Yeah.
Next one. Rather be a passenger or the driver?
I'm
Driver.
driving.
Driver
I'm
all the way.
driving, baby.
That's even a silly
I'm
question.
driving.
That's a silly question.
Jesus giving me the wheel.
Gas stove or electric stove?
Gas.
Wood stove.
No, we're
Cooking.
in the kitchen. Gas.
Electric.
Oh my God.
I'm a gas guy.
How can we not?
Do you guys both have gas stove?
Yes.
That's why we like to cook on them.
Duh.
That was the only thing in the house,
Dude,
like
if
when we
you
were
do
building.
not, yes, like we had the option, our kitchen was trash when we moved in the house we live in now, and I had the option either to go like full electric or swap to a gas, and I swapped to a gas
That's cool.
because my first house I bought was electric, and it was just horrible. Take you freaking 20 minutes to boil water.
Yeah,
Who's got time for that?
nobody.
Not me.
Electric. Interesting. A burner on the stove that you use the most.
Front right.
Back left.
Really?
The power burner, bro.
Oh, so ours
That's on
power
mine.
burners are the front ones, but I'm
Our our main power is front right,
Yeah.
so ours are opposite. I got power, the power one, the big dog, is is actually in the front right, and then like the
Of course,
power,
mine's electric, so it's a whole different thing.
obviously.
Yeah, mine's
Weirdo.
front right, front left. Last one. Cups in the cabinet, right side up or upside down?
Upside down.
Yeah, I think so. Me too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to catching all the dust and bullshit from a cabinet.
that's right.
Yeah.
And then if there might be some slight inclination of moisture in there when you take it out of the dishwasher, you want it
Bingo.
to be able to run out.
Those
Kelsey,
rapid
banger
fire
question.
questions
That's
by
right.
Kelsey.
Love 'em,
Now,
babe. Love 'em.
a little bit of insight here as the podcast has grown. We get a lot of them. We do one round of them per show. Kelsey submitted hers like end of November,
Yeah.
and we're filming this December 21st.
You want a little bit of facts?
Go ahead.
Go ahead and keep filling while I fact check.
So don't get disheartened if yours aren't there or when you've submitted them. We've had a lot of them come in.
We're 5 deep right now.
Yeah. And we have
Kelsey would have been number 6. That means we are currently 5 deep with potential for leftovers from like a long ass time ago.
Yeah. And so we've gotten some
got
new
some
friends
things
in
in
the
the works.
program that have submitted some questions
We got some things
that aren't necessarily rapid fire, but we're going to use them.
That's
we'll
right,
we'll
sure.
debate it. We'll
Yeah.
have that. I mean,
Yeah.
rapid fire is, but we can always change it. That's the beauty of having your own show.
That's
but
the beauty of
it.
submit them, put them out there. We love it. We love the participation. And if it's a great topic, one of us may use it and just
That's
say,
right.
"Hey,
Yep.
Susie Q from Jasper."
So
was it just last week we had a Nobby thought, and I think
Yes.
we called that out.
we don't even know Nobby listens to the show.
he does.
He does
Get
not.
off of it.
I don't think he does.
He listens to it.
No way.
He's a very big critic.
If he, hey,
He's like my brother. He's not like he is. He's
Brother.
my brother from another mother. And he is my biggest critic, and he always has been my biggest critic. And for some strange reason, in a previous life, I feel like him and my wife could have been brothers and sisters because they both hate my guts, but they both love me at the same time. They've ganged up on me and made fun of me numerous times, and they think alike. And I know my wife doesn't listen to the show, but I know he does. And that's why he's so critical of it. And I just want to say,
I want to hear his criticalities.
yeah,
I really, because I don't think he listens to it.
he does.
I don't believe it.
But anyway, what we're trying to get at is these
We're going to get to him.
yeah.
We promskis. We're going to get to him. We will get to
Promskis?
promskis. That's the kids say for promises.
Yeah.
Before we get into final thoughts,
Okay.
just want to point out something here that's said on the
Mengi!
table. Our friends at Mengi Beef Jerky, Cord O'Brien, our local dealer
Hit us up
of
again,
Mengi
bruh.
Jerky.
Hey, did you guys know they sell singles?
Didn't know that.
Didn't know until today.
If you guys are in for just a short snack, need a little salt fix or something like that, get you one of these a natural style, 0.5 ounce, one serving size single ripper,
The old single ripper.
and get your fix.
40 calories, 7 grams of protein.
Big dogs.
But our friends at Mengi down there in Paris, Kentucky,
Amen.
family-owned operation.
That's
they're
right,
on
that's
Facebook,
right.
they're on Twitter, they got Pinterest and Instagram.
And I actually,
Hit 'em up.
we tweeted out to them, and they didn't respond. So I
Balls
challenged.
in your court, Mingy.
Yeah,
They're probably just busy.
yeah, they are.
Balls in your
A
court,
lot of beef
Mingy.
jerky
Lots of
consumed this
jerky.
time of year.
Hey, guess what? The
Um,
Dutchmen are in.
So our fans have been going. I was actually perusing bigcamo.com the other day,
Yeah,
looking for some
dude.
items.
They got
They got some good stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
So bigcamo.com, Mingy, whenever you're ready to come to the table, we're there for you.
That's right.
So thank you, Cord. Thank you, Mingy. Sweet hot garlic onion and original tonight.
Onion.
All delicious.
That's right.
Final thoughts.
What's that song called?
Closing.
Old
time.
Lang Syne or some Old Lang's for all
Stay forgotten.
I never knew the words to that.
Yeah.
No way.
It's the New Year's
It's
song.
New Year's.
Right.
Make 2023 the
Something
best.
about old acquaintances
Make it your
and new
bitch.
things.
Yeah, make 2023 your bitch.
That was aggressive.
It was,
no
but
way,
you got to
dude.
be that
Own
way.
it.
Own it. There you go.
Carpe diem.
You want a pool, you put the pool in.
That's
You
right.
want it on a hill, you dig that MFer
You
out.
dig that MFer into that field.
You want to start a podcast,
Then you
by
start
God,
a mother
start a
effing podcast.
Unless you're in the comedy interview style,
Then
go
you're never
for
You
it.
gonna
could
hang.
potentially be
You're
taking
never
views
gonna
away
hang.
from the freaking MF and Wandering Dutchman. Hey,
TWD.
make 2023 the best yet. Cherish your memories. Hug your loved ones.
That's right.
And get your pet spayed or neutered. I'm out.
Hey, Bob Barker.
I'm out.
Smoke.
I'm with you. You gotta, take this year out with a bang. Be your last chance to have a good time in 2022 coming up real soon. By the time you hear this, so make it worth it, and then kick off the next year. How
Guns blazing.
guns blazing the best you can, but be safe about it because we need you tuning in.
That's right.
Liking, sharing. We're still in the friend zone. I
That's
feel
right.
like most of our listeners are still.
Yeah, we need to
I don't know. I think we've started to spread out a
I
little
think
bit.
I think we're
If
getting there.
So my brother lives in Texarkana, Arkansas, and he's trying to get his squad on board. If you're in Texarkana, Arkansas right now, and you're listening to the Wandering Dutchman in beautiful Holland, Indiana,
Share it.
let us know.
Yeah.
Share it.
Shout out.
Shout out. Let us know where. Let us know where you're at.
Yeah.
Calling. Yeah, let's do a roll call. We'll do that.
Yeah, that'd be a
coming
good
up.
one.
Coming up soon on the Facebook page or the Twitter. We're going to do a roll call. We want
Yeah.
to see where we're at. We want to
Yeah.
see how far the web can spread.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
See
far
how
spread?
busy Charlotte is.
That's right. That's right.
Charlotte's Web.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
there we go.
picked it up.
Yeah, I figured that's where you're going with.
Yeah.
I just want to read you guys a text message I received
Let's hear
this
it.
week.
Let's hear it.
I am partway through episode 107 of this podcast of yours. Let me tell you what, you guys make me laugh. Thank you for doing this. I knew it was going to be a winner during the intro. Your kid just taking his diaper off to pee was an instant winner. Giving me some sunshine on the drives to and from St. Louis NICU. Good friend of mine, him and his wife, due at the end of January. Baby came a little early.
Yeah.
As far as I know, everything's going well. But shout out John and Kelly, two of the best people in this world I know. I met John, while we were in college, and then met Kelly. Great, sweet, wonderful people, great family. I got this message, and it just freaking melted my heart.
Yeah.
Because we talk about why we do this, to drink beer and have fun. But
And
John and Kelly
eat Mingy beef jerky.
and eat Mingy beef jerky and Maxie's Barbershop and, BigCamo.com, hopefully,
That's right, yeah.
and Merkley's Meats and all these other things. But, John and Kelly, love you guys. Hope everything goes well, and hopefully we can provide you with a laugh and keep getting through it and keep your head up, and, we'll keep churning out the content.
That's right.
But
right.
love you guys, and hopefully we get together soon. But final thought for 2022, man, it's been a hell of a ride. It's been a hell of a run. I think things happen to you in your life that give you perspective that you don't appreciate, and it's not that old people have all this wisdom because they're old or whatever it might be. It's because they have experiences. And I think that in life, when you can
battle hardened.
Yeah. When you can have some experiences in life that teach you things that you can't learn in a book, can't learn in school, it's unbelievable. And I think in life, and in this life, and 35 years on this earth, and soon to be in February, 36 years, I've had some experiences that have altered how I feel about things and how things go. And I tell you what, I love what's here. I love this small community I'm in, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. And my challenge for people in 2023, find your community. Find your people, build those people around you.
That's right.
You don't have to have a ton of friends, but you got to have some quality ones. And my wife and I get in this debate all the time about friends over family. Us Lindemann
Same
clan,
thing.
we're not real big family-wise, but I've always felt like I've got some of the best friends in the world.
Amen.
And
bro.
John and Kelly are in that book. You guys are in that book. We talk about Andy Mack and Paulie Nykum and Gene Mattingly. Those guys have been great. I don't want to call them old, but they're on the older perspective in life. And, when Janelle and I got first married, I had these wild-eyed ideas how marriage works. And they're like, pump your brakes there, rookie. With kids and stuff, those guys have been great. But, they say it takes a village to raise a family. I think it just takes a village to live a life. And we're fortunate enough in this little burb that we got. But big message for that. Find your people. Find your village. Make it work. The other thing, John and Kelly, love you guys. Always here for you here in Southern Indiana. But with that, we ring into the new year in a couple days.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers to you guys.
Hey, keep wondering.